Somebody check and see if one of these joints is live. Yeah, I got you.
See everything.
You up, man.
All right. With the Hebrew Israelites, coming week in, week out, watching the downfall of America. First and foremost, we give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Bashir, Makakadash.
Give double honor to the apostle and GMS that rule as well. Huge blessed salutation to the Akim, the Akwak tuning in, the Israelite founders that are scattered. Again, this is GMS Virginia, coming through the spirit of Yahweh Shah to prophesy against America, aka Babylon. Show case of the wickedness of our people, and pretty much to the spirit of Yahweh Shah, bring forth light in His gospel to those that's been given to the chance to repent. That's starting with the elect, you Israelites, man. You know, you go ahead and bring on Proverbs 4. Yep. Because the truth is the way of light. Zarayala, you can give me book 4, Baba Shah. You don't have to be done. And this is the life. This is light. This is to guide you. Make sure your path is on point. Get you away from wickedness. From foolishness. Get you away from things that are contrary to the spirit, contrary to the doctrine, and contrary to your health. You got it.
This is I'm about to say. This is Proverbs 4:1. My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thy ear to my understanding.
That's right.
Hey, to my understanding.
Hey, it's like the Shema. Listen up. Hear, O Israel, thy power is one. He's talking to our people through who? The prophets. But clearly see, 2/3 aren't listening. But the elected being gathered, and the other nations are pretty much seeing their downfall. And our main number one enemy, Esau, he's seeing that his time is up. Going into Revelation, the 12th chapter, he knows that his time is coming down. So he's going to seek havoc upon this place, mainly to you so-called Negro, Latino, Hispanic, Native American. Because the longest we're on the low or at the bottom, he will remain on the top.
Can I elaborate on what you're saying in regards to people should be able to see that happening? All right, America, they're preparing to send Patriot missiles over there to Ukraine, right? And the Russian response was to show off that nuclear capability ICBM missile, and they have another one. And then they just came out with an article stating that Russia is stating that NATO is part of the problem, is within the target range for the destruction of the West. So NATO is within it. I seen an article, I read a little bit of it. But that's all bringing forth the downfall of Esau Edom. These nations rising up against America, rising up against NATO, rising up against the beast system.
We're out here to tell our people, you don't want to get blindsided with what's about to come. The devil ready to come upon our people with a sword destruction, with a lot of plagues. It's going to be another shutdown. It's going to be another so-called pandemic. It's going to be a famine. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed on the streets. If you don't have that name, just give it to the elect. Hey, you're pretty much in trouble. And if you are reaping the things that are worthy of death, that's what you're going to get. But if you're reaping to the things that are spiritual, you're going to get basic protection from Yahweh Shah.
Can I read the title for the article? So the first article, it says Russia deploys strategic bombers to launch cruise missiles on Ukraine. And then the next one, it says Russia says NATO nations could be legitimate military targets. And that's part of the downfall of America, man. Right? Because NATO is tied to America and vice versa. But all this shit is going to come down to the wrath of the Lord. There was one more I saw earlier.
Digital dollars being set up, cash is being destroyed. Basically, again, going back to that monopoly gaming system, cash is a joke. To put you people in a bond and a constraint, and basically make y'all stupid for believing cash with a so-called white man's face on it is will gain you or make you feel better, or you become rich in this place. People fail to realize the reason why America became so great because they had the slaves of Israelites, not just blacks, Latino, Hispanic, Native Americans of the children of Yahshua, the children of Israel.
Here's the other article. It says Russia released a video of nuclear-capable ICBM being loaded into silo following reports that the United States is preparing to send Patriot missiles to Ukraine. Lordy ready to, send how these missiles to bomb this motherfucking place, man. Russia particularly. That's what's in the news right now. We got to be paying attention to that because that's part of our deliverance, World War III. And then I'm going to get back to Proverbs. This is Proverbs 4:1.
Again, going back to what is that, Ezekiel 4:1, our people, and the bloodshed, when blood and destruction come on this place, our hands are pretty much clean because hey, it's like a person that loves their nation. You're going to tell them things, you're going to rebuke them. What the scripture says, open rebuke is better than what? Seek for love. This whole thing of we love, we got to let shit divide and let shit happen. That's not love. Because again, if you already know that what he's doing is wrong, and if you go across the corner, take your left, somebody it's gonna be a gunman that's gonna kill you. And if you don't say nothing, hey, that's on you, But if you let them know, and regardless if he heed the warning or not, if he keep going and he gets shot, gunned down, that was on him, That's love. Somebody be like, that hurt me. That's that spirit, But we actually, everybody that said we hate, we're full of hatred, envy, murder, whatever. This is really the actual love that the scripture was talking about, man. Being out there standing up for our nation. Because pretty much 2/3 are pretty much traitors, according to the Heavenly Father and their own nation. That's why every majority of so-called blacks, Latino, and Hispanics, they got a self-hatred spirit on them. They hate their flesh, they hate their look, they hate their hair, they hate everything about themselves. That's why they can't look at themselves in the mirror. But this is the benefit, having wisdom, knowledge, and understanding according to the scriptures, man. But now we're figuring out who we really are. And we don't have to kiss the so-called right ass or bend ourselves down to this empire, which is about to be destroyed. We have a great one coming.
That's right. I got a quick precept on that. This is Slide. This is Ezekiel 33:6. But if the watchmen see the sword come,
we're watching. Hey, this is new. This is the real news. Hey, Elder Hawassa, in the news, this is the news, the real news. This is not. We're not lying. We're not reading from a script. We're not editing nothing. This is what you're getting. This is the truth, man.
It says, but if the watchmen see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
Basically, you went on the tower, and you went to sleep. You said, you know what? I'm on the kid. I was going back, that's even going to the parable of the watchman, And
these other camps, a lot of these other camps are just like these news reporters, these newscasters, man, these news channels. Because these news channels, they only give you what they're told by the higher ups to push and portray in the news, man. Certain things they don't, go into, man. Certain things that are happening around the earth that are very important, okay? They don't news broadcast that, man. They leave that out for a particular agenda that these elites are trying to push. Same thing with these other camps, man. They don't tell you the full truth, man. They don't tell you everything, man. They leave certain things out, okay, for various reasons, whether it's because they took that Judas purse, okay, because they were told to not go into certain things concerning the law, or they want more followers, they want women, more women, more people amongst their congregation, more money in their pockets, or just how they're viewed amongst the rest of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
You got the scripture said they worry about their own belly.
God,
belly, all actuality, they bring a damnation to themselves.
God, that's right.
Because what? That blood is on your hands. Going back to what the brothers brought out.
Right. God, they want to hear the smooth thing. Just like these news channels, they'll tell you, like the brother was going into about the nuclear missiles, the tensions amongst the nations, this, that, and so forth. But they ain't telling you that all hell's about to break loose.
They're bringing forth Christmas carols.
Yeah.
They're bringing out sales.
Yeah.
A nigga today was telling me, he basically pretty much he didn't go into work because he wanted a Versace fucking robe. And they only had it in Northern Virginia. We couldn't order it no more. I'm sitting like, that's the spirit of these things. That's the spirit of our people, Christian spirit. And that's what they're promoting. And all in the news is Christian spirit. You know, the New Year's Eve. You know, it's all of that is symbolic and it's demonic. It's not of our culture, our heritage, or nothing. It has nothing to do with the scripture, but it has nothing to do with our heritage or Yahweh Shem. We have more.
No, go ahead. You got it.
This is Proverbs 4:1. I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, "My children, listen when your father corrects you."
That's right. And who's correcting us? Yahweh Shem. He's our father. You know, but like the scripture says, you have parents that are pretty much roughly paraphrasing. They will discipline you according to their ways. But Yahweh Shem is afflicting us and guiding us through His way, which is what? To guide us to what? The kingdom. Got it.
It says
the Lord set up spiritual parents, apostles and elders, man. That's right, which we learned from. You know, and doing it about people. Hey, they don't listen to you know, the ones out in the highways and byways, man. You know, which that's the way that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is speaking to you so-called Negroes and Native Americans, man, whether you can receive it or not. All right? You got it, brother.
it says pay attention and learn good judgment.
Hey, discernment. And like you go into the Merriam, or this you just go into Google discernment. Matter of fact, bring that out.
I said pay attention.
Pay
Yo,
attention.
Jay can't pay attention, bro.
For 5 seconds, that's all.
Hell no, Jay was bad
Remember
as
that
hell.
definition of discernment?
Discernment.
Yep.
You know, Jay was bad as hell in class, not paying attention. You know, playing around.
Just a regular one.
You know, bullshit. Hey, but Jake doing the same thing, man. You know, with this wisdom, knowledge, and truth, man. He's bullshitting, playing around, making jokes, scoffing, scoring, laughing, mocking. Same thing he was doing in elementary school, man. You know, hey, Cock, read this please out real quick before you get that out. This is 1 Corinthians 13:11. It says, "When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child."
But yeah, so what's going on now? It's a lot of grown ass children. Never learned the basics of what transitions you from a child to a grown up to an adult. You know? They were able to stay in that childlike state because what? Hey, ultimately, not having fathers and that's the agenda. You got it, bro.
It says, "But when I became a man, I put away childish things."
So the majority of our people, men, our nation, they have become men. That's why they still suck their jeans. That's why they still smoke weed. That's why they still do childlike things. They never want to move. They never want to take risks. They have no ambition. They have no drive. They have no work ethic. They're lazy. Like the scripture talks about a stubborn man or a lazy man. He says, "Oh, I can't go outside. There's a lion outside." You know, he's lazy. That's Jake. But that's all because of pretty much what's been put in front of us, man. You know, by the so-called white man to destroy our people's minds, man, and to worship them. Because as long as you think as a child, again, Esau control you, and you're beneficial to the economy.
Right. And our people are spiritually childish, still stuck in those childish ways as well, man. You know what I'm saying? They're still stuck on Jesus Christ. You know, they're still stuck in these doctrines, religions, these holidays. You know, all these different false doctrines, philosophies. Okay, the ways of the world. All right, they're still stuck in that bullshit. Santa Claus, apples and snakes. You know what I'm saying? Red man with horns and Middle Earth. A place called hell, man. You know, and they're still stuck on these cunningly devised fables, man. Those are the childish things that our people believe in, which we believed in those things at one point in time, man. You know, when we were childish, you know, before we came into this wisdom, knowledge, and truth, when we woke up to this wisdom, knowledge, and truth, we put away those childish things, man. You know, all those things we've been taught from a very young age.
Hey, just do whatever you want. Don't work out. Care about what you eat. You know, grown ass man, grown ass child, basically. You sit there eating gummy bears. You go to the store. Late at night, just go into 7-Eleven, get candy and shit, get Skittles and shit. Drinking alcohol all fucking day. And then when it's time for prevention, you just get emotional. As a child, you look at the women that are fucking children. You look at the men that are fucking children. Throwing temper tantrums.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 20, it says, "Brethren, be not children in understanding, howbeit in malice be ye children, but in understanding be men."
That's right.
So you got,
you got it, bro.
what I was gonna say was, is like when you growing up in this truth, man, you gotta be cognizant of the things that you do, man. All right, you gotta be understanding that like certain things that this damn devil will do, he'll put pork and your damn toothpaste, man.
That's
You're
right.
overlooking all these foods, so you gotta, take the initiative and read the things that you want to purchase at the stores, man, and not be a child and just take up and consume anything that this damn devil will give you.
Oh, it looks good.
That's right. Yep.
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 Oh, it looks nice. Oh,
Yep.
oh, I like it.
Yep.
Good job.
Who is free?
Yeah. Oh,
It's
it's
free.
free.
No discount.
Oh, discount. Oh, man, lamb expensive. This guy that pork chop over there.
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh man, I ain't feeling so good. You know, I'm getting fat, but yeah, I still pull.
What's wrong with McDonald's?
Right.
What's wrong with fast food? You know? Like, come on, man. It's because it tastes good. You know, hey, a lot of fast food tastes good. We used to eat that shit. You know, but is it good for you? Is it healthy for you? You know, even these scientists and these people that, go into the ingredients of this fast food tell you it ain't good for you, man. What's actually in it, what you're actually eating. But it don't matter what you tell these people is in the food, man. Like that Aki was going into. Because it tastes good, they're still gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can say there's shit, there's feces, there's horse meat. You're eating dead people.
Yep.
Still what you do fries, good milkshakes. I go to the crib.
I'm saying fucking noodles and hot dogs, man.
Mm.
That's child shit.
Right.
When you was kids, you ate noodles and hot dogs.
Mhm.
You know? My mother in her damn 60s still doing that shit.
Right.
That quick shit.
If I may add to what it is that y'all saying, right, there's a book I'm reading about your decision making, right? And it's all the things that go into your influences. So there's some way, shape, or form that these foods are influencing people to do the things that they're doing. And the same thing with your people when you said they eating the hot dogs and fucking noodles at their age or whatever they are. They're influenced by it. So it's leading them to think the thoughts of that certain food, and it's getting them to be in that destination where you see them eating this shit.
We ain't talking about regular noodles.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about just regular pot. We talking about the plastic.
Yeah.
The plastic, the ramen, the goddamn fucking noodles. Then you know there's plastic in that motherfucker, bro. Like, I mean, goddamn, it ain't even that expensive to go to the store and buy a box of noodles for like $1.29. Throw them shits in the water, boil them. Then you got a whole lot more noodles than goddamn the ramen cup, and that's more than that. You know?
Yeah, you also got the so-called organic, if it really is. But, your attempt, at least, again, you got parents of ours, right? Or uncles, adults who look up to. And they're doing childlike shit. And then you think, like, when the children look up to the parents, and they grow up, what the fuck you think they expect them to do for your kids to become? Your mama's fat, your daddy, he has a beer belly. He don't even care about what he does. He smokes weed all day. He's depressed. So, what do you expect to come out from, take? Give me that definition.
Discernment. This definition of discernment, the ability to judge well.
Simple. The ability to judge well. Do our people judge well? No. Wake up, smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, eat whatever they want, eating Lay's chips. They don't care about their diet. They don't care about their kids. They don't care about their parents. They don't care about what they do. Niggas just wake up and do whatever the fuck they want. Hey, it's sad. We live in a fucking pathetic society, right? You go on these job sites, there's bitches and niggas TikToking, man. You think, we always talk to them amongst ourselves. How are these people even getting fucking jobs now? You see, they got the phone out, they doing that dumb shit. Like, these niggas is really TikToking at work. Where's the boss? Where's the owner?
He's on TikTok too. I'm watching TikTok.
See, that shit goes back to influence. And influence is deemed from a source of information that gets you to act a certain way.
Yep.
That's all it is. That's all influence is.
TikTok.
It's a time and a place. It's a time and a place for everything. Like it's got
a lot. Yeah. Going into the TikTok situation, because like, let's face it, the majority of these jobs, these people ain't doing nothing to these jobs, man. You ain't got no job where the company really needs you. You're a priority to the success of their company, man. You sitting there doing a bunch of nothing that a robot can do, and basically you're this close from a robot taking over your job.
That's what's coming.
Yeah.
And that's right. They're allowing these people to do what they do, just so they can bring in the robot. Because your silly ass, you don't think the robot cute. Oh my God, it's a robot. You're fired.
Right. They've been there, not needed you people for these jobs. They're just allowing you to have these particular jobs just because, so you can feel like you're part of society in some sense, because they're about to out all these jobs and businesses on a level of having a whole bunch of people in a big company, man. Right? You know that you see. You know, you ain't doing. You loading oats into a basket. You pressing a button every 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You're watching the computer what it does and make sure everything goes accordingly. You know, writing a couple of notes. Basically, you ain't doing nothing, man. That's why these people are able to be on the phone all goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, falling asleep at work. You really ain't. You know, and now there's some jobs where you particularly, you know, are a lot more hands-on, and you know, you're really needed for the specific profession that you're in. You know, but those are very small compared to. Hey, what was that article you put in the? It was in the you and Karate put in the chat. You know about the but that Rothschild that talked about basically, this, you know, they no longer need, you know, the certain professions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Basically, going to teach their kids to. Man, I forgot how it was worded, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, basically like all these high level positions where people are needed, doctors, scientists. Basically, you know, they don't need no more doctors, man. They don't need no more scientists. You know what I'm saying? They really don't need those people, man. You know what I'm saying? On a certain level, man. So this teaching you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to do a bunch of bullshit, man. And you think that, you know, that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, benefit you. You know, you're doing something special when you're really not.
It's real quick. That's why if you ever go to a doctor, they got all your records. I don't give a damn. You could be in California. You know, you could be in Wyoming, or South Dakota, North Dakota. Come to Virginia, as long as you got their social number, they can pull all your records.
Right.
You know, and once you tell them like you have, if you know if I have high blood pressure, they can pull all that up. Or everything, all your treatments and all that, man. Just like for instance, same thing with dentists. They have the ability to transfer shit over.
Right.
But the main transfer is going to be is that object in you.
Right.
So again, you can just think of this, the robot can just scan.
Right,
It's all
right,
going to be scanned.
Right.
Even if you go to like the emergency room, you're not really even talking to nobody. You just punching shit.
Yep.
You go to a fucking kiosk.
Automated.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. See, vital assets to society are not easily replaced. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that again. Vital assets to society are not easily replaced, man. You know, hey, the majority of our people in these jobs, they're easily replaced. If they quit today, man, the boss can be like, okay, whatever, bye.
Yeah, they show you that.
You know?
They easily show you that. You think you're doing something leaving or two people leaving, them go, okay. They're higher chunk.
Yeah.
You said, man, if you don't pay me,
Pay them less.
if you don't pay me $30 or $20, I'll quit.
Okay, quit. They was hoping you would quit because
You got somebody working for $12.
You've been there so long that they kept giving you these bonuses and these required, these required more dollar an hours, more raises because you've been there for 15, 20 years. And they're going to start doing things to try to make you quit. So they can bring in somebody else at that 13, 14 or that lower pay to do the same job that you're doing.
Same thing they were doing to the military.
Right.
A lot of those sergeants, they're getting them out of there.
Yeah.
And then bringing in them underlings up and paying them less.
You know what I'm saying?
You got it, bro.
Oh, come on, my bad.
No, you good.
No, did you read that definition for he did?
Yeah.
Discerning, yep, God.
So this is verse 2, Proverbs 4:2. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
They gave you good doctrine, man. This is beneficial to life. What you should really put your focus and your energy in. You know, when you wake up, you pray. You do what your daily duties. You put your daily bread, so to speak. And then you come throughout the day. You watch your videos. You figure things out. You're trying to stay on the right path. You're talking to brothers. You're reading the scriptures. Basically, you're staying in tune into the scriptures, man. You know, so again, in certain situations, pray. Again, going back to what the brother brought out discernment, you'll be able to judge well throughout your walks of life, which would bad things that again we're amongst wicked ass people. Man. We're in a filthy, perverse generation. The lowest of the lowest, scumbags, fucking imbeciles, all of that, man. And having this truth, it makes you be able to judge well. And do what? Keep wickedness from you. And stay what? In the spirit, man. You know? You got it. Knowing how to walk.
I got a precept whenever you're done.
That's no joint, but go ahead.
Oh, come. This is Ephesians 5:8. It says, let me start in verse 6. It says, let no man deceive you with vain words.
Vain words, man. And another thing, too, you go into, I think, probably the 5th chapter, it talks about, the philosophy of a strange woman. Do you understand here in America is a strange it's a strange woman. Even going back to what is it, Isaiah, the 34th chapter, it tells you she definitely was some of purple raiment, but she's roughly paraphrased is known as a harlot. You know, even though America looks good, it looks delicious. She got purple on. She's decked out, but this place here is filthy.
She got petrified sword.
Petrified sword. Bitch, she got herpes, man.
Yeah. It look good on the outside, but once you open, you know, like it's all disease. You know what I'm saying? It's unclean. You know, like going into America, man. Like, you know, the outside of the bag, the outside of the box looks good, but once you open it up, you know, it's decaying, it's old, it's got mold on it, man. You know, it says, matter of fact, give me Proverbs 5. Go ahead.
Sorry, the first joint.
Con.
Go back to that. But that goes into going into put on the whole armor.
This is Proverbs verse 5 or Slaki. Proverbs 5:1. My son, attend unto my wisdom and bow thine ear to my understanding.
That's true. The Lord has sent prophets out there for you, to guide you in the right way. You know, this is not of us. This is not of our own. We didn't just wake up, come out here, throw on garments. You know, we're not angry Negroes that come out here and they try to just pretty much say what we want to say. But eventually, it will burn out. As clearly, everybody else that have done a lot of works, a lot of things of the other flesh, and eventually runs out and burns out.
That's right.
But through the elders on down, hey, this truth is, it actually has picked up. The fire has actually been lit.
That thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. For the lips
is very important. You know, after speaking in this thing, you don't want to have a proud spirit. You don't want to be have a spirit that you want to be intermingled amongst in America. That you will get beguiled. You will fall off. You will be directed in the wrong way. You know. Hey, let's consider the flesh of the eyes. The eyes of the flesh. You know what I'm saying. The lust of the flesh.
The lust of the flesh.
Is this what you see? What everybody else is doing. You know? It's a very short number of people that's following. You know, very short true believers that's following Yahweh Shah. That's true. It's sincerity and truth. Got it.
For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb.
Yeah, it's real smooth. It tastes good. And that's America. All the things of America: liberation, equality, you know, justice. You know, no kid is left out of the education system. No child behind. Everything. Woman can work. Woman can drive. Woman got rights. She can control. It's her body. Men can do whatever they want. You know, you can get the bag. You can be rich. You can be an entertainer, a celebrity. That sounds good to the eye. That's why you still have me and Elder Bashar. We were talking to this Elamite chick. She said, hey, they thought America had gold. The streets, the pavement, everything was gold. Until they went to fucking Jersey and saw potholes. You know?
Wow.
They were like, oh, what? She said, what's going on here? You know? You got it, bro.
God. And her mouth is smoother than oil.
Smoother than oil.
But
hey, what the scripture said about their mouth was smoother than oil?
Words were
smoother than butter.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's we call it? Got the word. It's in their hearts, man.
The war was in their
hearts.
heart.
And that's Esau. Yeah, everything here in America has an agenda to it. You know, it sounds good. It sounds like it's the right way. They always say, "Oh, the human being." But really, the word "human being" is supposed to be sons of men. You know, they're not supposed to be human beings. You know, so you go into the scripture, especially Ecclesiastes, it tells you how way people are classified by the sons of men. But unfortunately, we have this devil that changed things to suit him, to make everything seem presentable. But hey, like the scripture says, the way that is seeming right to a man, the end of it is death. But these girls think them being able to walk freely, you know, do what they want, chase a career, they think at the end of it is going to be good for them. Then when they get older, they get to settle down, pick a man off a tree. No, it doesn't work like that. You know, that's very contrary to the scriptures.
That's right.
Men, if you think you can just be emotional, live by the flesh, have no discernment, have no control of your flesh, at the end of it, hey, you're gonna be a broken, depressed, miserable dude that's gonna basically be what? Effeminized and just accept everything. And this all you're gonna do is you're just gonna be a workhorse, you're gonna die off, there's gonna be another person another man that's gonna replace you. Another simp, basically, a beta. You know? You got it. That's why they always paint this picture as a man could be the shit. You know? He could be a rock star. He could be an idol. You know? You got it.
But her end is bitter as wormwood,
That's right.
sharp as a two-edged sword.
Two-edged sword. Again, it seemed good. At the end of it, leaving American ways, the system, the left wing, right wing, Democrat, Republican, all the governments, everything, the president, the elites, the bankers, leaving them. Hey, get ready for that terrible end.
Continuing on, can somebody hold the? There's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is death. Just hold that on deck, the water. It says, continuing on, it says, let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of Yahweh upon the children of disobedience.
That's right. That's what's going to happen. Due to everybody, being proud, because the scripture says pride was not made for men. Pride was not made for men. And the scripture said before the destruction, or roughly paraphrasing, before pride
goes before destruction.
Yeah. That's right. You got a lot of people that destruction is coming for. Headstrong, head first, man.
It says, be not ye therefore partakers with them, for ye were sometimes.
How was that discernment? You know what's right, you know what's wrong. You have to have discernment. Esau tells you accept everything. You don't need to have. You can't judge. Who are you? That's you being a hypocrite. That's that philosophy. That's the main words. They want you to be a freak show. They want a man hanging out with a tranny, hanging out with a gay dude, a faggot. Hanging out with sluts and whores. And they want a man drinking himself to a tough bliss. Could you say wine and harlots? Turn the man into bread, but from paraphrasing, man. But basically destroy kings.
Right.
They leave it nothing. They had destroyed kings. But Esau, drink it up, party, go all in these clubs every goddamn week, every night, spending on all these women. It's a damn shame. Women are taught to hate men, but men are so taught you got to cater to women and take care of them. It makes no goddamn sense, man. You got it?
Yeah, you don't see no podcast or no show or no vibration of men telling other men, hey, you don't need no woman, man. Yes, you don't need no chick or girl. You don't need her, man. You're good all by yourself, man. You got it. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a whole bunch of women around. You don't see that vibration going on around, man.
So you can just sit around and masturbate and watch porn.
Right. All these different podcasts and shows are set up to show men how to do certain things in their life and establish things for themselves so they can get women or more women. All right. I'm gonna continue on. It says, be not ye therefore partakers with them, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord.
And that's us. Because at one time we was intermingled with all of this society. That's why the Lord cleaned us up through the Spirit and through the Word and through this truth. That's how we're able. He allowed us to start it over again. That's the real meaning of being baptized. You get baptized to what? This Word, this truth. And that's why we're able to actually tell our people to come out here and tell you the ways that we're carrying ourselves, Black, Hispanic, Latino, Native American, and that culture, those ways, is death. There's nothing that's coming from it. Esau gave us those names, those titles. But now we're able to tell you that this is actually the right path. And now we're actually even telling you, yes, the battles, the journeys that we had to go through, but we'd rather be on this side fighting for righteousness than what? Fighting for unrighteousness, man. Because fighting for the devil in this society is a losing battle. Who had taught the Heavenly Father or gave it the Yahweh Shem Shah counsel? Nobody. So we also the scripture tell you that wickedness is not going to stand. So again, if you're for this place Esau, you're basically saying, hey, the hell with you, Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, I'm for Esau. That's what the scripture is going to say. Hey, you're going to come to a point where you're going to say yes or nay. You know, you're either going to be for Yahweh Shem Shah or for Sons of Ray. You know, you got it, bro.
It says, walk as children of the light, for the fruit of the Spirit.
Going back to the Proverbs, the 4th chapter. You know, children heir to the father and to thy mother, roughly paraphrasing. Because Yahweh Shai is what? Our father. You know? He's our parent. You got it?
It says, for the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth.
That's right. And our people have to know what's right, what's good. Because again, they had this facade. I'm not out here hurting nobody. I'm not starting no fight. That had nothing to do with it, man. That's that shit Esau taught you. You know? Your mama tell you. Look, boy, don't be going here hurting nobody and this and that. You know? That's bare minimum. That's a laugh. You know, because it tells you in the scriptures, if you see certain things that happen, hey, you know, certain things are supposed to happen. If you see a woman is committing adultery, or a man committing adultery, hey, you supposed to grab them niggas up and put them to fucking death, man.
That's right.
You know? So yeah, you both if the nigga doing wrong, hey, hands gotta be put on somebody, man.
And then these people speak so highly of these people, you know, that are doing wrong, and they suddenly get taken off the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? At these different funerals, you know, when someone passed away, all of a sudden, this guy was a saint now, so-called. All of a sudden, you know, nigga was a nigga his whole goddamn life, robbing, stealing, doing all this shit. Now here comes, he got shot in the head, you know, and died suddenly. And at the funeral, you got the mama, the grandma, the father, the brothers and sisters, even some of his peers talking about him like he was the best person on earth, man. Knowing this, just keep it real, man. You know, if the nigga was a wicked ass nigga, hey, man, you know, the pastor's supposed to get up and say, hey, little Ron was a wicked dude, right. And this is what happens. And it's to all you young Jakes. This is what happens when you a wicked ass, no good nigga. You know,
Case closed.
Case closed. You know,
get up my church.
Accept this as an example.
They be trying to fight.
Yeah, you know, but they trying. He had 3 kids. He tried to help the poor. He had a job. He was a good. They'll show pictures from like goddamn 15 at the funeral. You know he ain't look like that when he died. They show pictures of him. He was a goddamn fucking high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, cut it out, man. You know, they showed all the pictures of him when he ain't have all the neck tattoos. You know what I'm saying? The dreadlocks.
Don't forget the RIP.
Yeah, yes. Because all his pictures now, he got a big old blunt in his mouth. All his recent 15-year and up pictures, he got a blunt, a cigarette. He throwing up some gang sign. You know, he doing some fucking nigga shit, man. You know, so they couldn't use that at the funeral. You know? There you go. You right on time.
That's him?
Yeah. You're always on time. You know? Hey, one day you got to come up. Hey, one day you like to come up here, man. You know? Tell us how you feel. How you feel? Yeah. Reading on. Proving what is acceptable unto the Lord.
Discernment. You know? Hey, everything that's right, you know, the apostles, let it be known. Apostle Paul, you know, James, etc. You know? Laying your life down for the brothers.
Right.
Hey, Yahweh Shah gave us the blueprint. The apostles, you know, the prophets. You're supposed to be out here fighting for your nation. You know, prophesying in the name, prophesying in the spirit of Yahweh Shah, standing for what's good. Hey, going against the society. Standing, not bowing down to the society, man. Not accepting. You know, not bowing yourself down mentally to these idols and philosophies, man. You know?
It says, I'm gonna read that again. Proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and having no fellowship with.
And again, how you prove? You got to dig into this word. You have to read. It said, "Blessed is he that readeth." You know.
It says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
Come on, man. So if a girl said, "I can do bad all by myself," I'm a strong black independent woman. I'm a strong independent woman. Need you say more? That's work unfruitful. And a nigga got this lone wolf spirit. I can do everything on my own. I can fight. I can go against America double my damn self. that's works of fruitfulness, man. You can't trust niggas like that. You can't trust bitches like that, man.
And them bitches is actually, the women are actually telling the truth when they say they're a strong black woman and independent. When you go into that word independent means actually you are dependent. And you go into that word black, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we ain't even got to go into that. So they actually, hey, you're telling the truth about yourself, man. You're showing that you're wicked, you know, that you avoid the light, okay, that you a nigga, you know, that you don't want nothing to do with the law, statutes, and commandments, this wisdom, knowledge, and truth, man. That's the reason you call yourself black, you know, and independent, okay? You know, because you being independent, you're actually dependent on the so-called white man and his system, man. You know, the reason you can call yourself independent is because what the so-called white man has established and laid before you, man. All right? It says, and have no fellowship with them.
And it said, even though the kingdom, so-called Latino Spanish, he's why you're able to come over and do so-called well, somewhat build and do what you got to do for now is because of the backs of Judah. But the thing about it, Judah's fall is your demise too, because now you just more accepting to the lies to this devil. You know, so you see Judah then, oh my God, you know, how could you? You've been here. Why are y'all still together in the slums? Oh well, move him out the way. Hey Esau, we're here to work for you. I love this. I ain't got to worry about no gangs, no cocaine, you know. But what Northern Kingdom failed to realize, when all hell breaks loose, you're gonna kill your ass too. You know?
Can I get this picture right
got
here,
it,
bro?
bro.
This is Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
The thing about it, you know, see Judah, well, you know, that's why the scripture did say that the Lord shall raise up Judah first. So Northern Kingdom will magnify himself. But the thing about it is, right now as we speak, you actually have Northern Kingdom, so-called Latino Hispanics, basically got so much hatred toward Judah right now. Judah came to give you the game plan. Judah can't sit and tell you, hey man, listen, the so-called white man did this to us, he lied to us, he raped us, he took our woman from us, weaponized our woman, weaponized our music, and this is why, you know, through society, that's why we're in the ghetto in the slum. No Kingdom be like, man, nigga, shut up. We over here now, we taking over. So see, the same way a majority of our people fell, because what? Believing in the lies of this devil, the philosophy that we've been bringing out. It looked good. It seemed good. Yeah, they allowed you to get over the border, cross the border. They gave you tax-free. They let you in with your Spanish. They gave you all the Spanish neighborhoods. But see, that's going to be to your own demise, man. Because see, Judah can't tell you nothing, man. Because what? Because we're not white, so-called white. We don't have so-called white skin. Our hair isn't straight. So the North Kingdom had a problem when they see so-called black people out here teaching the truth, especially when they see such a Borgia. But see, due to your hatred, your lack of understanding of the kingdom, hey, you're going to be slaughtered. You're going to be slaughtered just as bad as the 2/3, man. Your abuela, she's going down. To abuelo, he's going down, man. You know, your tia, your tío, your uncle, your auntie, they're dying too. And your little fucking kids. And sobrinos. Your little cousins and nephews, man. All gonna be fucking destroyed, man. You got it?
There's a little more.
Oh yeah, it's like
And all that took them captives, held them fast. They refused to let them go.
That's right. And now since Northern Kingdom doesn't mean strong delusion and strong drink, hey, when our hell break loose and when Esau come down, he gonna come down and he gonna have a fun time with Northern Kingdom. Yeah. You ain't number 4 feet.
Yeah, they under that wrong drink, and that bad malt liquor. You know, it's different.
What's that drink? Medalla.
Yeah, they under malt liquor, man. 211, old English. You know, they ain't, you know, they ain't drinking that good wine. You know, hence considering what this wisdom, knowledge, and truth, man. They're drinking that bad drink, man. That strong drink. They're delusional because of it. You know, that 211, man. You know, that's that spiritual 211, man. That spiritual OE.
That Four Loko.
Yeah, Four Loko, Coke 45, man. Which Esau is prescribing to him. And that's beautiful you said Four Loko. Because what do they dress up Four Loko as? When you see that shit from as soon as you walk in the goddamn store. God damn, red, green, blue, yellow. And look at all, watermelon, lemon. You know, you'll see all these goddamn flavors, you know what I'm saying? Don't portray it like, yo, this shit gotta be good. If you pour that shit out, the shit is not, the shit is all the same color, bro. brown. You know what I'm saying? It might add a little orange tint to it. But outside of the can, you would think that shit's some berry juice with a little bit of alcohol mixed in that shit. Hell no, man.
They make you turn into food.
Yeah, God. And that's how Esau is pushing all these philosophies and doctrines.
Crazy.
Yeah, they make it look good, you know. All the people are gathered in the church, they're dressed up, they got their suit on, you know, they're celebrating holidays, they got the Christmas lights decked out in the church, they're having Easter egg hunts, you know what I'm saying? They're doing all these things that pertain to the kids. They got vacation Bible school, you know.
Matching onesie.
Yeah.
Forget about the matching onesie.
Yeah.
The Christmas tree.
Yeah,
The kid got all of them. The whole
All
family
looking
got matching
the same,
onesies.
man. With the footies, you know. They got, you know, if you like to sing, you can get in the choir, you can get you a little solo part, you might be able to get a duet. You might even be able to start your own, Christmas Christian album, man. You know what I'm saying? So they're portraying all these things to these people, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and what does the pastor use? He uses all these games and gimmicks to get more followers and more people in his congregation, man. That's why he's knocking on the door, knocking on, you know, what they used to do. They don't do that as much anymore, but they used to knock on the door, hand out tracts, man, try to get people to come to the church.
I went back to school, right? They tried to, when they took a lot of music out of the school.
No, you good, huh?
I remember they took. I remember when they had music class. I'll never forget. I was a kid, young kid. They tried to teach us what the two turtle doves.
No, they choir bullshit.
Yeah, all the Christmas shit.
All the Christmas
Two
stuff.
turtle dove and a partridge and a pear tree.
Right.
And shit. And I'm glad. I'm glad that shit ain't never registered with me, man. You know? I remember they tried to indoctrinate us as kids in them elementary schools.
Yeah.
You know?
It started out with the hymn. Hey, the pastor would say, turn to hymn number 333. You know, everyone would start singing, our God is an awesome. You know what I'm saying? He reigns. That was the beginning. And the melody, that goes right back to rap music, man. And the rap culture, man. They put the doctrine and they put a beat behind it, man. The hymn songs, man. You know, got you singing about Jesus Christ, you know, all the cunningly devised fables, you know, all the things that aren't in the scriptures, man. You know, they started out by putting a beat behind it, the accordion, the guitar, the drums, and they got you singing that, you know.
The thing about it, Esau know we are up to the
Exactly.
upbeat.
Right.
Dancing. Our history, our heritage involves instruments.
Yep.
You know, it tells you about, you know, what is Kings and Song Chronicles. It tells you about the men. Yep.
Yeah.
It tells you about all the men that you know played instruments.
Yep.
That's part of our culture. That's part of our heritage.
Yep.
They know we are upbeat, like, you know. And even as it's the first chapter, it tells you how the Hebrew women were loud.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
King David, I believe, played
Played
the
the
harp.
harp.
Played the harp,
Yeah.
man. That's beautiful.
So that's our heritage.
Took that
Esau,
evil spirit off of, what was it, Saul?
Saul, that's right.
Yeah, Esau put
Right.
he put that spirit on us
Yeah.
by music. He put that evil spirit on
like
us, man.
The 430
That's right.
something. The
432 hertz.
432, I think. Yeah,
432.
Yeah.
And then Esau,
Yep.
and then Esau stepped it up a notch, man. Yeah, that's beautiful that you said that. You know, then the pastors took it up to another level. Now, pastor doing his sermon with a drum in the background. You know, he got the accordion ready to go. You know, as soon as he drop a line, all of a sudden the accordion hit the beat. You know, so he's stomping around. Now the people is dancing and vibing during the service. It ain't now they singing. It's time to sing and hymn song or listen to the choir. Now the whole goddamn service is a song, man. It's a goddamn play.
You realize, you know, in Maj, they don't do that shit.
Right.
You know, in the Edomite church, they don't do that shit. Where they do that at? Only in Spanish. But I never forget. I used to live in Puerto Rico. I used to live right next door to a damn church. And that shit, what the hell is going on? I start playing the goddamn tune. What the hell is going on? Especially in the so-called black church. I never forget one day I was walking through down the street from my crib in Puerto Rico. I'm like, what the hell is going on? They all in there dancing and shit, man. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
They use that vibration, you know. I mean, music has vibrations to it, man. You know, music can elevate, you know, the mood you're in. If you're doing a particular thing, you add music to that, put some headphones on and put a beat on it, you know, it kind of elevates, makes you feel a little bit better, man. And Esau knows that. So when he's pushing this doctrine to you, you know, in all the ways, shapes, and form that he does, and it's not just in the churches, man. You know, it's in these music videos, it's in these movies. All right, the vibration he's trying to push upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, they add music to it, man. Look at these gang and violence movies, man. Look at these going into these non-mainstream movies that had a heavy influence on the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Going back to the Hot Boys movie, all those movies that were in the projects that showed Jake how to really get out there on the block.
Oh, what Snoop Dogg?
Yeah. You had all,
That was one.
you had all them movies that weren't mainstream, but Jake got all them DVDs. They done watched it over and over again to the point they were out there on the block. You know what I'm saying? And heavy influence on Jake, man. You know?
Go back to influence, that source of information.
Right. God.
The movies was the source of information that
Right.
got your ass out there on the streets, then got your ass locked up for being a goddamn
Locked up.
dumbass.
Yep.
God.
Trap.
Yeah. This is
You got more?
No,
I got some more.
No, yeah.
Oh, you got a precept out?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna just go straight to the point.
God.
This is Psalms chapter 137
Uh-huh.
and verse 3. It says, "For there they that carried us away captivity required us a song."
Hey, I remember Benjamin. You go into Benjamin music, they go into that a lot, man. You know how Esau carried us captives, and they required us a song. You know, when we was in captivity, we used to play songs for these devils, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, and when we were
Hey,
kept,
you got it.
no, Salah, go ahead, bro.
No, you got it, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you know, and when we were in captivity, we also sang songs just to make us, you know, feel better in the hell that we were in. You know,
That say that swing no sweet.
yeah. You know, so we sang just to, you know, feel a little bit better in the low condition that we were in. You know, you got it, brother.
It says, "For there they that carried us away a captive required of us a song, and that they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion."
Yep.
Good. Going into that, man, back in the time of slavery, they required us, you know, to sing those songs, the Swing Low Sweet Chariot.
Yep.
And then now they're doing it in the churches, like the brothers mentioned, to control the minds of the people, to have them indoctrinated in that Christianity.
Right. Yeah, going back into the times when the brothers bringing out in captivity, the so-called white man allowed you to have a little church and you know, and heavy oppression. You know, they set an overseer in the church to make sure everything was going accordingly, make sure that, you know, you weren't reading too much, you weren't getting too knowledgeable, you know, you were saying and singing the right things, man. Because if it didn't go according to what they wanted to push, you know, it was a problem and you would have been reprimanded for it, man. You know? And the same thing's going on now today, man.
Yeah, after that day, they had to change everything up.
You gotta keep an eye on what you niggas is learning, studying, okay?
That's why they didn't want slaves to learn how to read.
Right.
That's why you could actually die too if you know how to read.
Right.
Because again, they want to control over you. Man.
Yep.
So again, it's all about our people fail to realize what Esau wants is your mind. He wants control over you. It is not no more he whip you and beat the hell out you. You know, I mean he has done it. He does it in different methods and ways on TV, but he does it, you know, while you're in your house, while you're at work. You know, when you're out and about,
Subliminally.
that's right. You know, you might go down the street, you see somebody going to jail, white man. John 3:16, or you know, it's scriptures.
Right.
But again, when you think about the Bible, you don't think about us Israelites ruling or us going to you think about him and his kingdom.
And,
you know?
and that subliminal information that constantly gets hit at your brain, you actually take that in more on a certain level than things that you're actually looking at or listening to. Like case in point, you know, you always been working that you know, listening to the radio back in the day. That song that you don't like always comes on, but here it is. You know all the goddamn words to that shit, and you don't even like the song. You know what I'm saying? But you can sing the thing. You can sing the whole song from the beginning of the song to the end. And here it is. You might have a song that you actually do like, and listen to frequently, but you can't recite that whole song, man. You know, you can't sing. You don't know all the words to that song. But that same song that keeps coming on the radio, like, God damn it, you might even catch yourself singing. Like, oh, yo, God damn.
That's like Jake that be like, he never liked rock music.
Yeah.
Pop music. But it was always a pop song you can remember.
Yeah, all the words.
They always they do that shit on the radio.
Yeah,
certain songs will come on Jake radio, man. You know?
They know all the words, you know? And that's how Esau does with the media, you know, the music. You know, they constantly keep giving you these vibrations and pushing shit on Jake over and over and over and over again, subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? Until, you know, that's one of the main forms of controlling the minds of the people, man. You know, going right into that false image that have been put up in these churches, man. You know, people, after they've seen it so much, they just, you know, it was normal.
It becomes part of it.
Right, because part of they've accepted it, not even realizing what they've accepted. You know, because that's all they've been taught.
It's second nature now.
God.
It's not even. Because, oh man, I was watching a video on that, and I was also reading something about that too. But basically, it's like secondhand nature now to our people to just be like an Edomite now.
Yep.
The black woman, she had the little dog now, and she had the dog in the purse now. So that's just second nature of her now. She wants to be like her.
Yeah.
You know, she changed her nose. She changed everything about herself.
Yeah.
You know, it's when the so-called white man come, is in us to try to talk to him nice.
Yeah, yeah. They have conditioned us.
Yeah.
You know, hey, look at rap music. Rap music didn't get to the way it is right now overnight, man. You know, it didn't go from the way back in the old school hip hop, and then it jumped straight to now. You know, it was a slow process for them to condition the minds of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to accept that. You know,
now you see another so-called black man look like you or Hispanic, and I'm gonna tell you something too. Little Hispanic niggas fight each other. Almost witnessed a couple of Hispanic fights, man. And yeah, man, them niggas hate each other.
hey, yo, hood fights and
Yo,
stuff.
dog fights. Y'all heard them?
Oh my God, yo, don't even.
And now, you know, when you look at amongst each other, you got nigga moments, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
You look at your own, somebody look like you, now it's a nigga moment.
Yep.
But when you look at Esau, put your head down. You don't look at him like that, like as you would look at your own person, your own people. You know?
Yeah, like back in the days with Jim Crow.
Yep.
Same thing, just more modern now.
That's right. It just because it has become second nature. Because when it's part of Stockholm syndrome. That's another term that another name for it. You know, you got it, bro.
God, it says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
And this whole society is on unfruitful works. Man. He teaches us to hate each other, but love and kiss Esau's ass and worship his sister. You got it?
But rather reprove them.
Reprove them, man. That's love. Give me that Barbara Shaw. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Barbara Shaw.
I got it. I got it. Yep.
This is that part of that being a watchman, standing up for our nation, being an example for our nation, man. Because what does Esau do? He gets niggas like 21 Savage, a skateboarding wicked nigga like Wayne. Knowing this nigga Wayne been in the industry since he's been what, 8?
Yeah.
Nigga, you ain't been on no block, man. Shut up.
Right.
Nigga ain't shot nobody. Nigga ain't pumped no drugs. Nigga been in the industry since goddamn a kid, a baby. What are you doing? Why are you talking shit like that? But that's everybody's fault. I'll never forget, bro. After Wayne came, everybody grew dreads.
It goes back to that. It tastes good. It feels good.
Yep.
Hey, it sounds good. Now we know
looks good too.
We know he didn't do all these things, but you know what? His music sounds so good.
Shit,
Oh,
John
Right.
3, what, Carter.
right.
One
You know,
and
the
two.
You know?
dedication.
Oh,
The dedication.
Now he got
Get him
talent.
out.
You know, don't get us wrong. We're not saying he ain't got talent, but let's be for real. You know, especially the younger generation, they accept the words that these rappers are saying as the law, man. You know, as complete truth, man. You know, they're taking notes, man. They're applying it to their lives on a very high level. And you see that out here, man.
Hey, y'all remember that movie TV4? You know,
Oh,
it was like, when they came to sign a rap contract with him, he was like, hey, are you going to talk about this in your lyrics? Are you going to talk about that in your lyrics? How they was basically promoting wickedness. And then they was like, yeah, we're going to do it. Then he signed it right on the dotted line. You know, our homeboy MC Gusto was from the suburbs. Cause that's what his name was, MC Gusto. He was from the suburbs.
Yeah.
And then none of that shit he was talking about. Look for my balls, none of that shit.
And then they saw a real gangster.
Yeah.
And another, remember y'all remember Cheetah Girls?
Yeah.
Remember, because they use even the women of our nation. I remember when the Cheetah Girls formed a little group. They had their own little script that they would bring forth. You just say, that's cute. You already got one written for you. And then Raven, I think Raven, she got upset. And I think the other one, Mike Chick, they had a little. My point is, out of the whole movie, that's what I remember. As a kid, go. I remember that part.
His break sounded like that. Yo, his break sounded like that. Yo, he's on road. Yo, he's on fucking calibers.
Head calibers.
He has no brake pads left. Talking about head.
One day gonna say hell, say that and shit ain't gonna stop.
Yeah, hey, look.
Lord, will that be soon?
Yo,
Hey, his rust together is not,
Like the way.
We're right on the rusty ass brake pads, man. Were you done with that out?
I can bring out the Proverb 27.
Yeah, get that.
Because Proverb 27:5, open rebuke is better than secret love.
That's right. Open rebuke, man. Well, hey, what the scripture says, get Isaiah 58.
I got it.
And that's why, again, since our people are so dumbed down, being emotional, my truth, everything about them, me, my. You know what? And us being out here, when we say something against you or to you or at you, that's why your first thing is to react and get emotional. But we all know once you're emotional, you can't think, and you're in distress, you easily be able to be controlled, man. You know? That's how Esau control people, off their emotions, off trauma, off hurt, off pain. You know? Like the scripture said, as is the leader, so is the people. Esau's emotion.
Yep.
You got it.
It's the book of Isaiah 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not.
Cry out loud, spare not. Right?
Lift up that voice like a trumpet.
Lift up that voice of the trumpet. Right?
And show my people their transgression.
They're what? No, their truth is important.
Their transgressions.
Their truth matters.
Their transgressions.
Their transgressions, man. How the way they feel matters. What they think matters. No. You know, we're out here to tell our people their transgressions.
That's right.
If you, what is it? If you like it or not. What does you say? What if they some didn't believe? That their faith, their unbelief with the truth of Yahweh Shah, basically not affect. The water of effect. God forbid. You know?
This is 1 John chapter 3 verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresses also the law.
Right.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Right.
So what we out here to do is to show our people their transgressions. The brother was just reading Isaiah 58 and 1, and that's what we doing, man. We may do it in a harsh tone. We may use obscene language, okay? But we're out here to tell you where you have erred from Yahweh Shah, where you have separated from your power, and what you need to do to get back to your power. All right, and it's not, and like the scripture said, the Lord is an austere man. So if we come in the same authority and in the same spirit of Yahweh Shah, don't be offended. Take the word, apply it to what is being said to you, and fix your goddamn transgressions and fix your goddamn self.
Hey, the first thing of correction is yourself. You got to work on yourself.
Yep. Hey, let me. I want to get something else. Matthew 7 right quick, Bible show. This is Matthew 7 and verse 1. Judge not that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. This is the point. And why beholdest the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me put out the mote that is. I just a little excited. Let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye. Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam of thine own eye, and thou shalt see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye.
Hey, what's one thing when you look at all, since the 90s gangster rap, right? What's one thing that Esau pushed in front of our people? Dualism. Tupac.
2 Chainz.
2 Chainz,
Mm.
Dr. Dre, Ice Cube. This nigga Ice Cube never been in the goddamn hood,
Mm.
but these niggas promoting gangster rap. Tupac,
Wow.
he little political.
Mm.
Now I get around. The first album, Tupac is now.
Yep, he was
They
doing
can't,
Digital
they can't,
Underground.
they can't keep the black man down.
Mhm.
Next thing, what is it? A dime and a nickel.
Yeah.
I get it around. You know, that's strictly for my niggas.
Yep.
Mhm.
Biggie, you know, everything that Esau pushed was dualism. Basically, that hypocritical shit.
Good and bad.
Good and bad.
Good, bad cop.
Mhm.
Man, 187 cop killer.
Mm.
Ice-T. This nigga, New York. What is it?
Now he a cop.
New York.
No, yeah.
Man,
New York, not New York Undercover.
New York, CSI.
Yeah, no. Law and Order.
Law and Order. There you go.
That nigga been on there for about 10, 15 years.
Yeah, you got these rappers that
God.
all the shit they talk about in their albums, and then they'll talk about I just donated to charity.
Yeah.
Right.
St. Jude.
I'm going to do this.
Kids with
Bro,
cancer.
you just talking
God.
about killing, murdering,
Nope.
robbing, stealing, doing things that are detrimental to the health of your people, and in the same sentence, they're talking about I'm trying to donate to charity. I'm going out, giving out a whole bunch of Jordans to the community. I got 1,000 turkeys I'm about to give out in my local community. You know?
Cardi B. She on cooking thing, but she got a ring.
Right.
But she cooking for goddamn Offset. She don't let her daughter listen to her music.
Yeah.
All this fucking hypocrite. What the script say? This is a hypocritical nation, man. You know.
And those celebrity marriages are all in their contracts. That's one thing that's another thing that Esau has used to manipulate the minds of our people, because our people think, oh, look, they're married. Look, he didn't got all that money. He didn't climb to the top, and then he found a wife, and he only has one woman. You know, look at that, man. That's in their contract, bro. They have to be seen together. They have to be portrayed that I'm married, and they really on paper really probably are married. You know what I'm saying? But they have to do that because it's all in their contract. And you best believe that these rappers, if you think these rappers with their so-called wife, that's the only woman they're dealing with, you must be crazy, man.
And that's why
For real,
That's
bro.
why they have Offset shit.
Yeah, they going all these tours.
Get all the girls
Yeah.
upset.
They touring all
Nigga
around.
like this.
Yeah,
nigga
yeah.
like that.
You know, they was never with these. I mean, they might deal with these women on a certain type of level, but it's in their contract, man. You know?
That whole era about cop killer. Ain't kill a cop, all this and that, right? Then you got Bad Boys, you got National Security. All these niggas in every goddamn movie was goddamn cops.
Was it Martin Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eddie Murphy.
He got Ice-T. Remember Ice-T? He was in, what is he? He
Law and Order.
still is a cop.
Yeah, he still is.
Law and Order.
You know?
And you got that movie with The Rock and the funny nigga
Kevin Hart.
Kevin
Hart.
Hart. Who was the narrator in that movie?
Ice Cube.
Ice-T. No, Ice-T. Yeah, another cop
It was
movie.
an Ice nigga. How about that?
Yeah.
One of them Ice.
Oh no, so Slocky, my bad. The Rock and not him. The Rock and
It was a white boy, Mark
Samuel
Wahlberg.
Jackson. Yeah, he was in it. But the two main cops,
Two guns,
that
that one?
no, you in the right.
Other
movie.
guys.
But the other
Other
guys,
guys.
the two
Okay,
main
yeah.
cops that were doing all the shit.
Yeah.
The Rock before they jumped off the roof.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
was
yeah,
The
yeah,
Rock
yeah,
and
yeah,
Samuel
yeah,
Jackson,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Ice-T was the narrator in that motherfucker.
Oh, them niggas was
21
jumpers, man.
21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Ice Cube was
Right.
the cop.
Yeah.
And what's that movie called? I think they're trying to. I just had it.
It's all good.
They'll come back. They'll come back. Yeah.
Hey, what else you remember All About the Benjamin? Ice Cube, the fucking bounty cop.
Con. That's right. All about
Right
the
along. That's
Yeah.
what
Ride
Yeah,
along.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They made it two of them. They made two of them motherfuckers.
Man. All of them cops.
Hypocrites, man.
Hypocrite. Dang.
Doing this, man.
Like, I was trying to say his name. Hamaya. Go ahead, brother. You got a point. I'm gonna get it right.
I was saying, as I was talking, it reminds me of
The statement.
And all
Yep.
that.
one thing that you actually
And that's what they push, a bunch of hypocritical niggas, people amongst in front of our face. You know, one minute a girl, she's showing independent, but then they'll be right in the same little snippet. I do want a man, but that's that dualism shit, man. So you'll meet a nigga or you'll meet a chick out here that is like unstable, bro. They'll feel one way, and the next thing they'll just fucking flip. I guess that dualism they don't put on the spiritual in these people, man. You know, you got it.
Verse 12. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
Yeah, man, and it's just things that we just see that we've seen on the light. Imagine the thing that's going on in the dark, you know, the wickedness, the abominable acts that Esau is doing, you know. Hey, we already see the gay agenda was being pushed on our people. Every time you turn on the TV, you see some homosexual activity, man.
But then they just came out with the Cambridge Dictionary and changed the definition of man and a woman. What the fuck, man? How this goddamn devil gonna tell you that?
Well, you got the documentary of what is a woman.
Yeah, yo,
and they couldn't even tell you.
Yo,
you know? Bro, that's evil. Bro, that's evil right there. The people that would defend homosexuality trend, and they tell you like, yo, they're giving these kids puberty blockers.
It's not cut off.
They're actually literally saying they're giving these kids puberty blockers.
Yeah, bro.
I just did a lesson about how a famous military sergeant that came out. He said, "Yo, when me being transforming has really scarred my life, man, and I can't fix it no more, you know, because and he was like, yo, they're giving kids puberty. Yo, dude just said a woman,
the food also.
yeah, dude just said on I watched his content, The Tribe of Men. He basically said a woman can call Planned Parenthood and then talk to them on the phone for 30 minutes and tell them basically they want testosterone and they will give it to them, man.
Oh wow!
You know,
yeah, they'll easily give access, you know, for these wicked things to these people, man. Especially that really push their agenda. And that's a high level agenda that they're pushing. Is, you know, being an H or a T. You know what I'm saying?
Feminizing men, and masculine, making these women just fucking masculine.
They'll allow you. Let one of these women want $1,000 or some money to go get a procedure or surgery. You know, to turn themselves into something else, man. Esau will give them that grant. So you want to do this, you want to get that, but we're going to pay for it for you. Because it's part of their agenda. It's a high level topic in their condition, in their agenda that they want pushed upon the people, man.
And that's why they're covered. That's why women are really backed by society. That's why it's injured to protect them, because they're high commodity for this economy. We're switching it over to the NWS.
That's right.
And loans, you know. And then they're pushing what? Men to be what? Not be able to say anything, not to talk back, not to have, again, what the brother brought out, discernment, man. To judge well. You know, got it?
It says, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light, for whatsoever doth make manifest is light. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead.
Because we're literally seeing that the people that walk around here in Babylon, they're not happy. They have this facade, this little thing about them. They walk as if they're the happiest, or they got shit going on. But then they go on social media scrolling in pain and in hurt, or TikToking, or going on goddamn Facebook Live. They're talking for 30 minutes. About absolutely nothing. And that's just showing you you're hurt. You know, the more you say, oh, this and that, it's just more you're showing that you're fucking hurt and you're miserable, man.
If I may add, people are too prideful to admit that they are hurt, you know? People are too prideful to ask for help in certain situations. And that's something that we have been groomed to be, you know? We got to get out of that spirit. But people are too prideful, so they'll get on social media and they'll talk shit and they'll try to down somebody else to make them feel better. Yeah, come on, brother. Yeah.
Girls get on there, she half naked.
Yeah, 14.
Then 2 hours
Dude
later.
get on there, he just looks stupid. Smoking a blunt. They're saying dumb shit.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
God, it says, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, And Yahweh Shah
So
Hamashiach.
walking in the Babylonian mindset. They just said it right there. You are in the dead. And that's why what Ezekiel say? Can these bones live? We're literally walking in the valley of the shadow of death, man. The valley of dry bones. You know, these people are through. 2/3 are through. And there's no point in hanging out with them, trying to conduct anything with them, or hang out with them, man. They're through. Misery loves company. Wickedness love. Hey, look, the scripture even says they can't back it. I believe in Proverbs, the 4th chapter. They go into that. Niggas can't go to sleep unless they did wickedness, man. And why are these niggas like that? Because they are what? The father of the devil. It is like the so-called white man. Like I say it again. As the leader, so is the people. If the leader fucking wicked, these niggas gonna be wicked, man. Esau, he presents himself as a man, but then he'll be dressed up as a woman. He's a faggot. That's that dualism. That's Esau. That's why everybody else is carrying this dualism spirit, man.
And they put that shit in the cartoon, you know, motherfuckers
good.
men dressing up as women.
Patrick, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Man, you got
Family Guy. What? You got
Oh,
Fred
yeah.
Flintstone.
Yep.
All them motherfuckers doing that shit.
You got fish talk, like all that shit. Like, come on, man. You got fish talking.
American Dad.
Like that's a real society.
American.
A kid jump in the water. Say, I want to find Nemo.
Right. Oh
I
yeah.
want to talk to Nemo. This is dumb shit, man. Cartoons should not be made for kids, man.
Most of them ain't.
Man, they really tell you the cartoons
Right.
really not for kids.
Right.
You wonder why your son running off to a lake somewhere. You know? SpongeBob and Pat, you trying to, you know? You got it, bro.
John, continuing on.
And again, this is shit that our kids have never been checked from. They grow up with that same mindset. Grown up children. Having no light, no guidance. You know, shit that our parents should have taught us at a very young age. We're learning at 50, 60 years old. And then majority of the time, our people act out because of the trauma and the stupidity they learned as kids. And at their old age, they're just acting out. They're lashing out. That's why it gets to the point. That's why the scripture says, "Hey, 2/3 gotta go." That's why we have no remorse for these niggas, because we actually know niggas gotta die so they can be safe for themselves.
Can I get this quick?
You got it, bro. Because going according to the law, man, hey, Israel will make it.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 7. And thou shalt teach. Let me start at 4. It says, "Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our power is one Lord. And thou shalt love Yahweh thy power with all thine heart, and
That's
with
right.
all thy soul, and with all thy might."
All thy mind and all thy might, you know. So if we you know, your action will show forth who you're into, who you believe into, who you're fighting for. That shows you your belief. This is one thing how you know that Christians are bullshit, because they stand up for nothing. They accept any damn thing, you know. One thing I can say, at least Muslims, at least they stand up for something, you know.
I seen that nigga DJ Khaled walking around that big ass team. I'm like, yo, this nigga is I'm like, look at that big ass island, man. I ain't never seen that shit on video before. So I seen that nigga post himself walking around that shit. I'm gonna keep going.
You got it.
It says, verse 6, 7 is the point. "And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children,
Children.
and thou shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house."
But mommy taught you, baby, you can be whatever you want to be. Daddy want that. Hey, I'm tell you, one thing I learned about down south, them some ignorant niggas. If their dads were drug dealers and the uncles were drug dealers, they teach their kids that shit. If the father and the uncle was niggas, you know, that's what they teach them. And it's goes for a lot of places with Jake 12. You know, a lot of Northern Kingdom, you know, their fathers in the house, but again, it's just so the majority of the Northern Kingdom men are feminine, man. They're faggots, man. That's why a lot of their sons, Northern Kingdom, they join gangs, man. You know, you got it, bro.
It says, "And when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up."
So hey, when you wake up, pray, and again, like we brought out earlier, man, you will always be attentive to what's going on through the spirit. You know, the video, the lesson, reading, you know, the news, brothers' channels, brothers' pages, brothers, you know. That was it.
Yeah. Just going into how you should be raising your goddamn family, man, your kids as a man, through the ways of the Lord.
Yeah. Before a woman can even love and have a crush on somebody, you gotta tell her you strong, independent. You don't need for no woman. You gotta use what you got and get what you need. You know? As a boy, you done taught him go to college, get money. He a nigga, he black, you know. By the time he gets a certain age, he's just going out there and living. I seen a lot of Jake even at the age of 11 years old. Start smoking cigarettes, man. Their anxiety messed up. You know, they have no guidance. They're lost. They're emotional. Fighting every day. You know, that's because there's no guidance in the house, man. Majority of Jake, all they have is their sisters, their aunties, and their mother or big mother.
You gotta ask why is that, man? You gotta ask why is that, and that's because of the curse. The woman, it tells you in Deuteronomy 28 that the woman and the man shall basically be at odds against one another. And then looking at it more in tune with what's going on in reality, Esau even set it up that way.
It made it presentable.
And economically.
And again, going back to TV, man, they promoted that color purple spirit. And Kevin, that's why it was good to watch Kevin Samuels. He went to a lot of that whole destroying that man image, male image, so-called black male's image. He goes into that a lot. How they use all them TV commercials and TV movies that pretty much cast us down as men. So our women can really have a disdain for us and go their own separate way. Go into the government.
Right? Then on top of that, right, I be watching like little commercials on my like TV or Hulu or whatever, right? Guess who I see with the nigga on? Esau, man, in commercials. Yep. They the family. Mm-hmm. It's never a Jake and a Jake as a family. It's never a Jake and an Edomite woman.
Yeah. I remember the magazine. They do black women and the kids.
Yep.
They'd be a man.
Yep.
But when it came to everybody else, the father, the mother, and the kid.
Yep.
Psychologically, like the brothers brought out, it's subliminal. Mm-hmm. Then he had the color purple. Men was just beating up black men, was just beating up black women. Mm-hmm. You know. Mm-hmm. Then you had the Superfly era, the drug dealing era. The boomerang era, and then he's going out there womanizing. That's what the agenda they push. And then what the niggas, and that's why it's Edomites now that coming out that slept and messed with them black women, and they'll tell you, God damn, I've never seen so much hatred as the so-called black women for their own man. But why is that? Because they've been taught that, man. You know, they've been taught since kids to hate men. You don't need a man. And the black men, so-called black boys are being raised up as their mothers. Emotional. Hatred towards what? They're themselves and another man that look like him, man. Niggas ain't shit. It's like your father. Your big ass daddy. You know? But that was all of the workers of this man right here. The goddamn so-called white man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
You got it.
That was it, bro.
You got it,
Continuing on in Ephesians chapter 5, starting in verse 15. It says, see then that ye walk. Let me start in verse 14. It says, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua HaMashiach shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly. Not
look up the word circumspect. Because Scripture says the demon at the times are evil, man. We live in some evil times. They're pushing homosexuality, transgenderism, women liberation, and men to be simps, men to be betas, man, men to be pushovers, men to accept every goddamn thing. You know? You got it?
It says weary and unwilling to take risks, cautious, weary, careful, guarded, on one's guard, discreet.
Always on your toes.
Watch.
People out here, they wearing Crocs.
Yep.
They just don't care. Men don't care. They don't give a fuck. Beer belly, drinking, eat whatever they want, pajama pants at 9 o'clock p.m. You know, hair is every fucking where. You know, they don't care. But let women buy shit for women, tolerate everything from a fucking woman. You know?
It says, careful to consider all circumstances and possible consequences. Prudent.
Go. You know? You got it.
Verse 15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
That's right. The majority of people out here are fools, man. You know, they don't even see that. Hey, yeah, actually, people really still believe like, oh, this is the land. This is good. We're living a good time. You ask them, how you doing? Good. I'm good. You know, they just got this illusion that nothing's ever going to happen. Like things are getting better because they got these cheap ass fucking condominiums they're putting out. But they charge your ass $2,500 for rent. And things is getting better. You got Wi-Fi, everything, smart TV, everything, technology, everything, Teslas. People actually believe it's getting better. But hey, they don't realize this technology is smarter than your dumb ass, man. And it's ready to control you. They're ready to monitor you, track you. They're ready to think for you. You got it?
It says, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
That's right. And the Lord is gathering his elect from the four corners, as you can clearly see. So ever since the apostles have been on the scene, starting from the apostle James on down, you know, you see a lot of things making itself manifest, man. You're actually seeing light manifest throughout the earth now. You're seeing men stand up again. You're seeing masculinity, true masculinity, not in the form of getting yourself rich and all that bullshit as a red pill content. That's been all that red pill shit. That's when it fall off too, man. You know. But this is real masculine. This is real red pill right here. Coming back, waking up to who you are as a man of your respective tribe, knowing Yahweh Rashad, knowing the name. That's real red pill content, man. Masculinity. The Lord makes you a man. The scripture say he called them men. You know.
It says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, and be not drunk with wine.
Hey, give me that wine and women. Have the short men and king. You got it.
I got it out.
What precept you read, man?
I'm in Ephesians chapter 5, verses 18.
I want to get that word drunk. 5 and 18, you said?
Yep. Being drunk with this philosophy out here, these goddamn women, that shit will destroy you.
It says to intoxicate, make drunk.
Give me first Esdras, the 4th chapter, go to what is the Hebrew that spoke.
So it's basically to be intoxicated. So intoxicated with the philosophy.
Yes.
Right on your head.
Did you have that?
What's that?
One with the Zerubbabel?
No.
I got a Sirach 19:2.
Get that.
It's the book of Sirach 19:2. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away, and he that cleaveth to harlots will become imprudent.
Hey, give me the word. Look at the word imprudent. And then we read the whole thing over again. See, that's when a man has no discernment, can't judge well. That's what they want. You to go basically like men. Because that's what's going on now. They want men to be workhorses, build up the society, and to toss you away to the wayside. Because they know this world, nobody had no consideration on the mental state of men. This, especially so-called black men.
Right.
That's why it's nothing to see a so-called black man drunk. You know, and people just walk over him. See a Hispanic man that's drunk and just disregard him on crack, bugged out, and just look at him. Oh well. You know, it's normal.
It's There you go. The word impudent. Not showing due respect for another person, impertinent.
And again, men have stupid fools. And again, that's what the impudence does. You have no respect. You literally go around just thinking you can do what the fuck you want, and with no disregard for nobody.
Boldness or disregard of
what
others.
talks about that? You have to be around a bold fella. People that's bold, just do shit, they get your ass in trouble, man. You can go out there with a bold bitch. She'll get your ass in trouble. That's how your New York bitches. Suck my dick, nigga. You like, what?
Right.
You know, she barking on the dude. You like, yo, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
Now he ready to back out on you, man. Those old crazy Jersey bitch, man. Memphis bitches too.
Yeah. It just lacking modesty.
Yep. Oh man, there you go.
Lacking modesty.
Come on, man. So we read that again.
That's
how the world. That's how the society wants men. We are all drunk on the philosophy and actually become drunk, intoxicated. And then have your ass accept everything what a wicked fucking woman does, man. Because scripture tell you ain't nothing more wicked that can come from a fucking woman, man. Right. And that's why the society is fucking backwards. Because you got the devil running, and then he uses these women to even destroy the world, going into what his brother gonna bring out. You got it?
Contemption.
Because when a man has no discernment, go ahead, bring that one time.
Contemptuous or cocky, boldness or disregard of others, lacking modesty.
That's why a nigga you go around Jake, man. Jake will look at your woman. Jake will just bump into you, grill you, have no remorse for you. Be quick to kill you. I mean, murder you, slap you. Quick to steal from you, rob you. Look at what you got in your house, conventions of what you got. But that's society. That's what they want men to be. Because what's one thing Esau did to break us up as a nation? Divide us. Through color, complexion, old, young, going back to the Willie Lynch. They brought all that confusion in to pretty much break us up. To make us what? Impudent. You got it?
That's right. Not showing due respect for another person or impertinent.
And again, the man is a Jacob, just it's gone. Even the gender war thing is going on. The man, so-called black man, so-called black woman, so-called Hispanic versus so-called black men, we have no regard for each other. It's easy to see a so-called black man in a poppy fighting, But do you see Negro at the same tent fighting Esau? No, hell no. You got it.
That was it on that.
Now we read that whole. Not that.
You want it? Sirach. Yep, I got you. This is the book of Sirach, 19:2. Wine and women will make men of understanding to fall away.
So if this will make a man of understanding to fall away, how much more a stupid nigga, a fool? Now read that for me, bro, Bashar. There was one more, right?
I got a little more. And he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent.
Are these fucking bitches sluts and whores? But Esau wants you to marry them. They said body count don't matter.
Right.
He said a woman can have 1,000 goddamn bodies, but you still should marry her. You still should respect her. She's still a woman. She's still a virgin. Yeah. But then you supposed to get down on your knee.
Right. Bend the knee.
I want you to be my wife. And I want you, I'm not going to cheat on you. I'm not going to commit no adultery. I'm not going to leave you. Whatever you want, baby. And it just got bodies on it, man. That was it?
That was it on that.
So I'm going to read verse 13 and 14, and I'll jump to verse 22. It says, 1 Esdras chapter 4 and verse 13. It says, then the third who has spoken of woman and of the truth, this was Zerubbabel, began to speak. It says, verse 14, O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of man, neither is it wine that excelleth, or Salakia, who it is.
Zerubbabel even said he's not disregarding what he said. That is the truth. We have a wicked king. Now he got a part to do with it. And wine, yes, they were right. But this is the ultimate hit on the head. The once your king is wicked, they mix that wine, and then he got the woman liberated against society, against her natural course. That's what the scripture says. Even a woman had turned the natural use of a woman. Yep, brother can hold up. Man, if you get that.
Romans 1. Like 1 and 24, I think. Or 25.
Okay. It says, neither is it wine that excelleth, who is it then that ruleth them? Or have the lordship over them?
And what are these men folding to these days? That goddamn woman. It's brothers that, I can't call them brothers, men that been in this truth. What do they fall behind? Fucking women. You got it?
It says, are they not women? Verse 22. It says, by this also you must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil?
Come on, don't. Isn't that what Esau pushed? You should work hard. Hey, this brother always said that. What the question fit say? All that red pill content. Work on yourself. You know, I get what they're saying. You're supposed to, as a man, work on yourself, get better, you know, work out, you know. But the majority of dudes, what they're doing is doing that shit to get goddamn women. And that's what Esau even pushing. You know, get a job, work, and get it all to a goddamn woman. Yeah. You know what? A woman, you just be her friend. You can just be in her DM for 2 years, 3 years, be her friend. And then when she burnt the fuck out, she'll come to you, text you, hey, big head, what are you doing? You know? And then you get all hot and antsy, can't even think, you know? You gotta loosen up your necktie. You burn it in your loins. You all happy and slobbering for this fucking whore. You got it?
It says, do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman?
Come on, man.
Verse 23, yeah, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob.
Hey, ain't that what niggas do in the hood? Niggas saw that dope. Niggas will be a derelict in the hood, a terrorist in the hood. Steal cars, beat up other jakes. For what? Go break in other houses, do robbing sprees, go pickpockets. Go ahead.
It says, and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon rivers.
Yeah, take from another Jake and go out into the city and go sell it. Where you get them Jakes from? I gotta connect. Nah, nigga, you stole that, man. Got it?
It says, and look upon a lion and go up in the darkness.
So that shows you how much over a woman. A man will put his whole life on the line for a goddamn woman. And the thing about it, how the way the so-called white man has reversed the roles of these women. What do you get out of it doing this, man? What do you get out of doing all this laborious work for these women out here? And their whole society, the time they've been growing up, is to hate you, man.
All you get is worn out pussy in the head.
Worn out pussy and a toothache. No, don't nobody with toothaches now.
Right.
Them shit hurt.
Right.
Let's get a root canal.
Yeah.
Bitches are root canals, man. And even the fixing root canal, they got to stick all in.
Goddamn, all the way. You gotta go all the way with a tooth. Get that nerve in that motherfucker.
Come on, man.
Hurt.
What the scripture says, a woman that would not reverence her husband is like an aged man on sand, man. Walking on sand. Whoever ran on the beach, try to run on the beach and say evil.
Age,
Sick
man.
every
You
step
know?
you take.
Then you see why Rocky wanted to quit. You know Rocky. He said, I don't know, Adrian. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. The same war as that son. How much, Adrian?
It says, and looketh upon a lion and go up in the darkness, and we have stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. Verse 25, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father and mother. Yeah, many there be that have run out their wits.
Many dudes that out here that have cut up their whole goddamn family because of a goddamn slut. You know? There's dudes that came in this truth and just turned their back on boys over their goddamn women. You know? a woman that would leave. I would tell you, if you got a woman, don't show her no weakness, man.
Oh,
Don't ever show her that that you would switch or turn your back on somebody for her, because she won't use that against you. Okay? She won't say, "Oh, dang, he'll do that for that." Leave it.
Yeah.
And then when she leave you, you gonna be looking stupid, man. You got it.
It says, verse 26. Yet many there be that have run out their wits for women.
Run out their wits. $12. Hey, go. Hey, men done can't take it anymore. Slam the door, go to the bar, get drunk. The whole bar know you. Oh yeah, that's drunk. His woman. Hey, his woman got him. Look. Your tab $1,000. Fucking drinks and shit, man. You know. But that's how Esau wants you as men out here, all bent up out of shape, chasing goddamn women, man. Women supposed to chase men.
Right.
So as a man, we're their salvation, man. We built this society, man. If all hell breaks loose, what woman always resort to? OnlyFans, webcams, selling a box, showing titties, showing ass. That's all they got. That's all they got. And you know it's crazy? I was talking to Jake in the world. I was like, yo, it's crazy how OnlyFans. And he was like, yo, remember when the webcams back in the day and what is it? The phone line, the hotlines. They was like, yeah, you gotta think about it, like, damn, they did have hotlines and webcam back in the day. That shit always, man, when these women ain't got husband, man, they're sluts. You know? And they ain't no goddamn such thing as a career woman. When these bitches got job, what do they do? Got titties out, with a little short skirt. You know, they not, man, these women are fucking wicked.
I seen it on TikTok. It was this lady, she worked for the NYPD, and she had an OnlyFans and a whole, like, the squadron and everything like that. They had to write a whole report about her, you know, selling her nudes on OnlyFans.
Wow.
I think she almost lost her job.
See? It's always a woman resort to go back to that. Because they're not in them, they're fucking
Get the job.
trying to build society, be out here. Their purpose is to serve their husband, man.
That's right.
Make her husband happy, lighten him in his ways. That's why it's very important for men and a father and men in a household to give thy daughter the righteous name. I remember back in the day, a father when all that bullshit, when the nigga was full of shit, father he not tolerating that. He looked shit.
Right.
Especially men back in the day with the big fingers. Men have big fingers back in the day with the ring on them. Dude was different back in the day. They'll look at you like, my nigga full of shit. He's like, oh, nigga not right. So, you know, what they say? Oh, you're not getting my daughter. You're not marrying my daughter. Get about your business. You know? But this new generation now, you just forget about it, man. You got it? What you number?
Oh, just a little bit more. It says, and became servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred in sin for women.
I got a quick precept. This is Micah.
She wants to know more about the belief.
All right, give me 1 second. Gotcha. This is Micah 7:5. It says, "Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lies in thy bosom." I'm reading it in NLT. It says, "Do not trust anyone, not your best friend or even your wife." Going into how sometimes you men will lose they wits over a woman, but like the brother was saying, these women out here, they'll betray you, man. They'll set you up for failure.
They want power. Yep. Genesis 3:16.
Yep.
You say you want to know. Yeah.
But don't come over here being shy. What you want to know?
No, I just want to know, like, what do you guys do?
East to go.
No, I just want to know what you guys do.
Well, Hebrew Israelites, we're out here to broadcast the wickedness and show people repentance according to the scriptures. That goes for men and women. If you're an Israelite, what are you?
I'm Orthodox.
Huh?
Orthodox.
Not your so-called religion, but do you see yourself on this side?
Okay, what's your nationality?
Oh, I'm mixed.
What is that?
What's your father?
My dad's white.
Your dad's white?
Yeah.
I don't
No, my mom's Eritrean. So
know.
What?
my mom's Ethiopian.
Your mother's Ethiopian
Yeah.
and your dad's white?
Yeah.
Look, so we don't. You might be an Edomite, all right? And if that's the case, if your lineage or your father goes back to Esau, you're going into slavery. That says the Bible. Because Revelation 13, can one of y'all grab that? Revelation 13 and 10. It's not us, it's what the Lord says. Because his people's been in captivity for centuries. And now that the Lord is showing himself again, making himself known through men speaking what the Bible actually says instead of what people want the Bible to say, we read what the Bible actually says and we give it to you the true interpretation of the Bible. Go ahead, brother.
It's Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear.
That means listen up if you have the ability to understand what is written in these scriptures. Go ahead.
Verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So the people that led somebody into captivity, their destination is that they're going to go into captivity. You ever heard of reap what you sow or karma? That's what's going to happen to the white man. He led the Lord's people into captivity. Now somebody get Obadiah 1 and 9. No, start at 10. Barbara Shaw.
So I had a question, but what about like black people who like other black people?
Well, we ain't worried about that because if they're not Israelites, that didn't lead. So if the Israelites led another Israelite into slavery, the Lord's going to deal with that accordingly, right? But if those Africans that led Israelites into slavery or sold them over into the hands of the Grecians, which is so-called white men, guess what? They're going to be in slavery too.
The Africans are not Israelites.
Yeah, they're not. They Hamites.
Not every dark-skinned man is of the same nation. You know? Same way, not every so-called white-looking skinned person, is of the same nation as well.
You might not be.
You might be an Israelite.
You might
I'm not
be.
saying
We
that
don't
you're
know.
not.
But so I got a question for you. How do you eat your meat? How do you eat your beef?
Say steak.
What steak?
Oh, like I do it one night.
What? Okay. All right. Okay.
What type of music you like?
R&B.
Okay.
Can you dance?
No, I can't really dance at all.
No.
What's another good one?
And the best thing to do is just hope that you're,
Yeah.
from the 12 tribes of Israel.
You don't want to be one of them. Their judgment is slavery.
Yeah. That's it, Lord. That says the Bible.
Yeah. King James.
We don't need you waving
Yeah,
that.
y'all better enjoy your last days. Yeah, y'all not the real Jews.
So, did you have something else?
It was that word, him, and it's under the
Okay, yeah, get that.
He said,
Yeah.
how dare they?
Ham, right? So he's gonna read out of the Zonovan Compact Bible Dictionary. Zonovan, this gentleman, he was a Bible scholar. I don't know if he's still alive or not or whatever, but go ahead, brother.
It says, him, the youngest son of Noah, born probably around about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor, Salakia, right, which is basically like the father, right, the forefathers, okay, if you will. And it says of dark races, not the Negroes. Okay, so there's a difference between a Hamite and a Shemite, right? So you can see, like, as far as all the people on the face of the planet Earth, everyone has melanin in their skin. There's only one specific nation that doesn't have melanin in their skin, and that's a so-called white man, right? So the difference between the Negroes and the Hamites, the Hamites, those are the ones who were like called the Ethiopians, right? And those are the ones who had us in slavery during the time of Egypt when Moses came on the scene.
The actual inhabitants of that land.
Going back to its original state.
Even before they called the land Africa, the name Africa, they got the name Africa from a man named Leo Scipiano Africanus. And that's not the actual land name of that region. They were known as the land of Ham. So when you call yourself African, American, you call yourself some two simple white people.
And the Africans didn't build the pyramids. The Israelites, when they were in captivity in Egypt, built the pyramids you see over there.
What's your question, man?
But you said like white people don't have any melanin, but I thought they have like a small percentage, but you just can't see it.
So do they get burned by the sun? Who turns quicker redder under the sun? You or a so-called white person?
White person.
All right. The sun is vitamin D. Provides vitamin D. The sun provides vitamin D.
Well, I mean,
Read that shit.
yeah, kind of. Now, some really their nationality. Their nationality is an Edomite. We say so-called white because some people know what we're talking about. Now, some Edomites actually look like, our people. There's Edomites that can look darker than you, okay? Because it goes from the seed of the father. All right, you are what your father is. In the process of mixing with the other nations, as well as these Edomites mixing with our nations and these other nations, these Edomites, some of them actually look like us. That's why we have to go off the spirit. It's color is an indicator, but it's not everything. We judge by the spirit. Because you are what your father is concerning, the father carrying the seed. Now, just because somebody, that's like what the scriptures talk about the wheat and the tares. Just because somebody is dark skinned doesn't mean that they're an Israelite. Nor just because somebody is light skinned, they might also not be an Edomite. They might be of another nation, or they also might be an Israelite. That's why we have to look at the spirit.
Oh, he got it.
It's more than just looking at the outward appearance.
That's so. That's why I was asking you certain questions in regards to how you eat your,
Right.
Your meat and can you
Right.
Do you put seasoning on your food?
Yeah.
You might be an Israelite.
Yeah, you might be an Israelite. We're not saying,
We don't know.
Could be.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I got another question for you. Do you believe the God of the Bible or his son has pigmentation? Do you believe that the God of the Bible or his son has melanin in his skin?
Yeah.
Why you believe
I don't know. I just believe
that? Okay.
One more question, right? Who do you more fit in with?
I would say maybe on my side. My mom's side, the black side more than my white side.
Okay.
What did you mean, like socially?
Yeah, so
So socially, who do you fit in with?
The black side.
No. I'm saying amongst your peers. Is that what you mean?
Who do you more fit in? Blacks, so-called white.
Yeah, amongst your peers.
Okay.
Yeah, so amongst your peers.
All right. Well, you
amongst
could-
your friends.
Yeah. Well, you could be Israelite.
You might be.
Now let's move on from that topic and go. We'll bring that up first.
Yeah.
This is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 21. It says, "And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh for his wife."
We're talking about the birth of Esau. Because when he first came out, they didn't describe what Jacob looked like because he came out normal. Everybody had brown skin then. But when Esau came out, he said, I shot you out.
Yeah.
We ain't wasted away.
Yeah.
You got it? He came out with no pigmentation. Red. You got it?
Because she was barren, and the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh, and the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
That's why what you see now is always going to be a tension and hatred towards so-called blacks and so-called Latinos against so-called white men. The 2 manner of people are supposed to be separated from each other. They're not supposed to come together. You got it?
So there were twins in this woman's womb. You understand that?
It says, and of the people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
And we dominate. It shows that we dominate. So-called blacks, Latinos, we dominate everything. When you look at like sports and everything, we dominate. The music's gonna be dominant.
Food, cooking.
Everything. When you think of when you think about like greatness, strength, you think about so-called black Latinos. You got it.
It says, the other
So name me a so-called white man that did anything good besides conquering, stealing. Name one. Can I name one?
They ain't teaching y'all nothing like that in history. The colonial history, the white man's history.
Roman Empire, Greek.
They taught us about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but it don't stand up, right?
Like, who was great within that era of their history, like that you can remember
Roman
today,
Empire.
or just anybody, or any society in any time period where what was one great white man? But I bet you can name more than one great black person, right? I mean, can you? I'm saying I bet you can more than you can for a white person.
got it.
It says, and the elder shall serve the younger. Verse 24. And when her days.
And that's even going back to what you brought out earlier about slavery. Hey, Esau came out first. The thing about it, Esau going to serve us.
It says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Verse 25, and the first came out red.
First came out red. Esau. I shot you. You got it?
All over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau.
Esau. And then he was wasted away. His pigmentation. There was no pigmentation. No pigment there. And that's the birth of the so-called white man. It ain't, he came from Africa and he was in Europe. They went to Europe and they turned white. Bullshit. That's the birth of the so-called white race right there. You know? But prior to what everybody else teaching, that's the birth.
Somebody gets Sirach 17:25, somebody gets Sirach 21.
You want me to finish this up?
Yeah, finish that.
Okay, verse 26. It says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Yep, so Jacob came out second. And we, Jacob, the Israelites, gonna be the rulers of the next world to come, which is coming soon, because if you pay attention to the news, World War III is about to pop off. Y'all know what's going on with Russia? All right, y'all should know. Y'all need to know what the hell is going on. Because, hey, y'all probably gonna get drafted and go to war.
Hey. Y'all liberated, right?
1 and 15 to finish with that.
Yeah.
Women's rights, right?
Yeah,
They got to get ready for the fight.
y'all got to.
They say y'all don't need men, right? Y'all don't need us.
Do y'all need a man?
No.
What? No?
Yeah,
Why,
right.
hold on, why don't you need a man?
That's
Like,
like
you like you
get
do,
her boots.
but like I feel like equally, like you guys could like a woman could do her own thing, a man could do his own thing.
You gotta speak up.
No, I feel like I believe a woman can do her own thing and a man can do his own thing. So like they can do it together. So like I think that's
Right now they don't.
Yeah. Do you see that? Are your parents still together?
no, my dad passed away, so it's just my mom.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the way society is set up and what these elites are trying to push, yeah, at a certain level right now they don't.
Hold on. She said she needed a man. Why do you need a man?
Oh, I just thought like in society or just in the world, it's good to have men.
Okay.
Right, of course. Pull out Sirach 17 and 25 first.
This is the book of Sirach, 17 and 25. Return unto the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, and forsake thy sins, make thy prayer before his face, and offend less.
That's right. That's what we're out here telling our people to do. This, you got to repent and come back to the Lord, the one who the Lord ignorantly calls God. Which that's not his name. Because it's about to get real bad out here.
It's our fault.
It's not the way you see society is not going to last too much longer. So we're out to tell our people, including the women, that they better repent unto the Lord and return back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, all right, the God of the Bible, all right, before it's too late, man. Because this grace period is not going to be, the doors of repentance, and this grace period that we're in is not going to be open unto the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans for too much longer, because all hell's about to break loose, and you're going to see a great death out here, mass death, all right. There's not going to be no electricity. Martial law is going to be declared, all right. All hell's going to be breaking loose in these cities, man, very, very soon. And then that point in time, then these women are going to realize, okay, that they actually need a man, and mainly concerning a righteous man, a man of the Lord, someone who the Lord is dealing with in that time. That's the only way you're going to be protected, for the women who actually are trying to be righteous in some shape, form, or fashion. What you gonna say?
I'm gonna say something quick. Just like you tell them how. Do everything opposite what society tell a woman to do. You got Cardi B saying she don't cook it clean, but she got a ring. You got Nicki Minaj, you got
Y'all
Glorilla.
do this so these people don't got to walk in the street so they don't get hit, and then they be out here.
We're not gonna. We don't bite. So you got Glorilla. You got what is it? Saweetie, Nicki Minaj. You got all these little chicks that telling y'all to promote your stuff. You whores. You don't need a man. In all actuality, you need a man. That's what the Lord made man and woman for. To bring forth children and teach our children the law and be righteous and have discernment. The thing about it, what's going on now, the whole society is telling you pretty much give up your goods, meaning your box, your vagina. Is screw everybody. And then when you turn around 30, 40 years old, you're going to actually want a man. By that time, you'll be burnt out. And the thing about what women should be learning right now is loyalty, problem solving, cooking, how to use their hands. Because really, you want to learn how to deal with a man in these days that we're living in, you know?
If I may add, what he's saying to you in regards of, they're saying this to you indirectly about selling your vagina, you know? They're not coming out here on television saying, hey, you know, do this openly. They're doing it discreetly through their music. They're doing it discreetly through whatever they bullshit they put on TV. They're not telling it to you directly. So in the subconscious mind, like the brothers were bringing that up earlier, the influence of the music and the stuff that they put on TV, people do it. So what this brother is saying, don't do it. Go do what we were telling you last week. What it said in Titus, how to be a woman. Be chaste, stay at home, keep it for the kids, so on and so forth. Learn how to do that as a woman. That's what a woman is supposed to be doing.
Being a whore serves no purpose. Giving up your pussy to a lot of guys serves no purpose. Having male friends, a lot of male friends, and having a guy, it serves no purpose. So you have one man, and you learn how to work with that one man. The more bodies you have, the more rods that go inside you, the more bugged out person, how more bugged out a woman you want to become. So it's very important that you don't give up your goods to a lot of men. You have one man, lock him down, and go for it, and you stay with it. Work out problem solving skills. That's a part of life. Problem solving.
If I may add, when you tell somebody you love them, love is not a feeling, love is commitment. Do you understand that?
Y'all remember Eartha Kitt? hey, remember Eartha Kitt? Remember she did a little segment. Now we all know Eartha Kitt did a lot of promiscuous shit in those movies back, especially Boomerang. Remember Boomerang?
Yeah.
She was what the hell? But the thing about it, she had an interview, and she was bugged out. She looked like the thing on Lord of the Rings. And she was like, and Kevin Samuels with it too said, how do you feel about companionship with a man and love? He said, why should I compromise? He said, I want love. Love. He looked at all this, love. It was like, what the fuck is that? That's a feeling. You know? You don't want to be like that at old age, talking about some feeling. That's that Roman Greek mythology bullshit, love or feeling. A man has to make you feel good all the time. That's lust, man. You know, that's lust.
So,
you got it.
No, yeah. Just so when you love a person, a thing, or whatever, you're committed to it. You got to be committed to it through the hardships and through the great things. Don't just love somebody with your words or your feelings. Love them with your actions. You understand that? That's what love is. How old are you?
I'm 18.
See, look, y'all learning something today.
You got it.
Kyle, brother done.
Yeah,
Anybody still reading?
Yup, nah.
Somebody still reading?
He called for another one.
Oh, hey, did you read 26? Can you read 26 as well?
I got you.
Rock 17 and 26.
This is Sirach 17 and 26. Turn again to the Most High, turn away from iniquity. For he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health, and hate thou abomination vehemently.
Right. And a woman is supposed to learn from her man.
Brother, look up that word vehemently.
You know, a woman's supposed to learn from a man, you know, so really, you know, our woman is supposed to be seeking a righteous man, a man of the Lord, you know, not just any man, you know, because I mean, you can try to be as good as you want, but if you get with a wicked person, you know, I mean, there's only so much you can do, you know.
Sometimes with relationships, you cling to your significant other so much, you start to take the characteristics of that individual. So instead of taking the characteristics of a wicked person or somebody that smokes weed and does all the bullshit, cling to a man that does opposite of the things of the world, so you can be following on a righteous path.
Yeah, that's why a lot of women are bugged out. Smoke weed, a lot of rap blunts. Just do nigga shit, talk, say brah. God, they wicked, dumb niggas. As a woman, you don't want to be saying brah. It's not true. Like really, rap. If girls say brah, be like, yo, get the fuck out of here. You know, you got it.
Okay, bro, I think you got it. Oh, slot.
Vehemently, it says, in a forceful, passionate, or intense manner with great feeling.
Yeah, so you supposed to hate iniquity. You got it, bro.
Yeah, Slot, go ahead, bro. You got it.
But you supposed to hate what they're pushing out here for women, how they want women to be. Hate them. Like the world tells you not supposed to have hate in your heart. Yes, you are. That goes with having discernment. You know, you're supposed to know what's right and what's wrong. You're supposed to love what's right, hate what's evil. Because what's evil, if more people in the world that's evil, hey, that's more destruction and motivation for y'all. You know, if there's a lot of more wicked people that really have no regard for life, that's just gonna make it worse for y'all. Because again, you can't. That's why in all actuality, you can't walk around here with, like basically like this, talking to everybody. There's a lot of weirdos and freaks out here. But the reason why they like that because this is what society pushes. My truth, me, mine, whatever I believe, that's the way it is. But that's wrong. You know, if they're teaching girls to be whores and sluts, OnlyFans. I ain't got no OnlyFans, right?
No.
I hope not.
You see, she got her hair covered.
Yeah, that's on point. I wanted to ask you why you do that.
She do it by nature.
Yeah.
Huh? Hey, get that with
You was out here last week,
She
right?
was.
Get that with the scripture where a woman should have her hair covered. But she, you know,
I think you're a modest woman, you know. The last thing I asked you was be humble. You gave a humble response to that question. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, see. So I mean I think you're a modest woman.
you see how y'all with each other. That's good. You don't want to be hanging out with a girl that's talking about dudes. I got a lot of male friends. You don't trust no woman like that. You know? A bitch like that will get you into trouble. Will get you into some shit. Got it? There you get Rock 5.
I got some.
So like, I'll start with the men as well. Get on that subject. This is 1 Corinthians 11 and 14, or Salakia, 11 and 4. Every man praying or prophesying, what we doing now, having his head covered, dishonor his head.
We're not supposed to have our heads covered while prophesying, praying. Go ahead.
Verse 15, or Salakia, verse 5. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, dishonor her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaven.
So if you don't have that, that liking to have your head covered, just shave your goddamn head off. But basically, any woman that has a low cut, that just shows you she's shameless. She don't care about anything. That's why when a woman, like for instance, right, you got a well set hair. I haven't seen your head, but regardless, if y'all was to go drop, you don't remember that group design name. They had some. It was two singers that had well set hair, and they cut them. But they were pushing that whole liberation, party spirit. But my point is, if you were to go cut your hair, have a low cut Caesar in the morning, and everybody look at you like, what happened? Because it shows something like you're not wrapped tight. You're not wrapped too tight. Something's going on in there to make you do that. Why would you cut your hair? That's the point. That's what the scripture goes into. Get Shabbat 5. You see, that's and again going back to what y'all wanted. This is what society is pushing women, because again, when you control a woman and their emotions, you can control society. And once society is backwards and how the way it is, it's about to get a whole new system that's about to unleash on people. And I hope y'all ain't got y'all what you call it, the subs. Did I get the thing again, the subs?
You got jabbed up. You took the C19.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you had to come to school.
You?
Yeah.
You had to come to school. But listen, so don't take the. They coming out with this RFID CHIP. Don't take it. I don't care if they tell you can't spend whatever currency that you got now. Just don't take it. If you find you a man of the Lord, all right, the Lord is going to take care of you through that man. This is Sirach chapter 5, verse 1. Set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Yes, set thy heart upon thy goods. Nah, look, I'm reading what it says.
Skip on.
I'm reading what it says. It said, maybe it's something different than it said, but I'm reading what it said. Nah. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. It says, set thy heart upon thy goods and say not, I have enough for life. Follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Again, don't trust in your own thoughts, the way society has taught you, and push in your mind and think and walk like, because the end of it is to your own destruction. Because again, once society is done with you, they toss you away. Like for instance, there's been a lot of like artists, music artists, they use them for their certain agenda, and they push them away. You don't see them no more. Same thing with a lot of these women and men in society. You get used up, and you get tossed away. And then think about it. You see a lot of people on drugs now. A lot of women on drugs, but they want you to be like that. And again, at the end of the day, they're gonna get rid of you. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be in that mindset. You want to actually. It's a pleasure of being a woman and having feelings for a man. There's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to, as a woman, have feelings for a man. The society will make it seem like you're wrong for it. Even your fellow girls that's in these schools, because feminism is very push heavy in DCU. Men, we hate men. They took our rights, but in all actuality, it's the government, the so-called white man that says what got you thinking this, so you can just walk around here miserable and a chip on your shoulder. And then here it is, you looking bad in the face, you're smoking, you're drinking a lot of wine, and you're just bugging yourself out. You're wasting a lot of time in life. Instead of being womanly, carry yourself with modesty, now you're thinking like a man, you're bugging yourself out. And then when you turn 40, then you're gonna say, well, where did all the good men go? But you tossed them on the wayside because you wanted master's career. You wanted a 401k to your master, but when master finished with you, he fired you. You get rid of you. Now you're a strong career woman, making a certain amount of pay, and you in that cold, lonely house. Go. Okay.
Why can't you use like the
You
information?
can't hear you. Turn this way when you
Oh,
talk.
okay. Why can't you use your career to then help your marriage in the future?
I'm not saying that you can't have a man first. He will guide you in the right direction, because when you with a man that's going to lead you right, he's not going to allow you to waste time. He's going to put you in the right career that's going to be beneficial for the family, for the body of the house. A man that really like cherishes a woman, he's not going to have you just burning yourself out. Like for instance, a lot of girls go to school for art. Fucking waste of time.
Like we're doing nursing, I think it's gonna help.
It's beneficial. It's gonna you learn. I'm not saying it's a waste of time. It's beneficial.
Would be beneficial if America was going to be destroyed in 2 years.
Hey, that's what we hope for. We hope America be destroyed tomorrow, but it could happen in the next 2 years.
Yeah, if society was going to be shut down in the very, very soon future, if going to college would be beneficial.
I think it gives you wisdom.
I mean, on a certain level, it gives you a certain level of wisdom, but is it the wisdom according to the Bible?
Basically what he's saying, your focus should be on knowing who you are, the church and your name. Right? Not all your focus on being a goddamn nerd. Because a lot of girls, what they're doing now,
yeah, your focus.
Yeah, a woman will work 16 goddamn hours, 20 hours, because she ain't got nothing else to do. So she's trying to rack up all this money, basically for nothing. Like, who the best workers right now? Women. Because they ain't got nothing to do. They're miserable. That's what we're saying. Don't put all your focus. You're not going to get rich out here. Have understanding. So there's nothing wrong being a nurse. But know how to learn family skills, people skills, problem solving as a woman, tending to your husband.
Somebody on Genesis 3:16. Bringing that again. Because really all that's good, fine, and dandy, but really you're supposed to be out there looking for a man of the Lord. You're supposed to learn from him. That's what your desire should be. Not to be in college, not to try to get a great job. And college is going to look real stupid when society shuts down. There ain't no electricity out there. There ain't no food out there. Your job, your college, everything you put all your energy into, is going to seem really pointless You know, when the things start coming to pass, these final prophecies start coming to pass, and the words that the men of the Lord are speaking actually, you know, come to the forefront and actually happen, man. You know, go ahead, whoever's got it.
Genesis 3 and verse 16. It says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be.
And that's all this happened because Eve was begotten first, the serpent, the man, not a damn actual snake. The thing that happens, that's why women have birth pains when they bring forth children. It goes back to that curse.
It says, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, he shall rule over you.
Right, so your desire is supposed to be unto your husband, not get a college degree. Now, we're not saying don't, you know, go to college or, you know, have a nice job or this, that, and so forth, but that shouldn't be your main focus.
Yeah, the times is hard.
You know, because you're not going to be saved. You know, you should be actually, you know, trying to seek things which are pleasing unto the Lord, you know, that maybe possibly that you could be saved, you know, from the great destruction that's going to take place. You're not going to be saved because you had a good job. You're not going to be saved because you had a college degree, you know, or you did all these things in the world, all right? You know, and really, you're really going to be saved through your man if he's a man of the Lord, you know, mainly concerning a man of the elect, you know. A lot of these Israelite women are actually going to be saved through their man, you know. Scripture speak of that.
I got a
about
question
that,
for y'all. I like it, brother. What you done?
Go ahead, bro.
Do y'all think America's going to live forever? Like, do y'all think this country is going to be ruling forever? Do y'all think that within history, y'all have been taught that, you know, kingdoms come up and kingdoms go down? Do y'all think America's going to be around forever? Okay, why do you not think that?
Because like history shows.
Okay. What do you
No,
think?
I believe the same thing. It's like slowly going down. Like,
It is slowly going down. It's slowly. Yeah, but it's actually happening in a rapid pace. It may seem slow from the human perspective and the side of our eyes because we don't see everything. But the things that we do see, we can piecemeal it together and say, oh, look, something's happening where this society is going down. So what we're doing out here is to tell our people, like the brother was saying, just to change your mind. Change your mind. Change your mind. Not to go after the things that you see of your eyes. Can somebody get Mark 9? I think it's Mark 9 and 43.
Because if you don't change your mind, the Lord's going to kill you.
Yeah.
And that's for all Israelites, man, men and women. If you don't change your mind, if you don't repent unto the Lord's going to kill you. You know, it's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. You know.
So do you believe in like predestination?
Yeah, we do
yeah.
believe in predestination.
It's not.
You know, it goes right along with reincarnation.
Yeah, can you get that brother?
Yeah.
The Lord predestined people to be destroyed.
Mark 9 and 43.
Somebody get Ephesians 6 and 11. 18, 12.
This is a book of Mark 9 and 43. And if thy hand offend thee, cut it off. If it is better for thee to enter into life maimed than having two hands to go into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched.
That's right. Keep going, bro. Go all the way to 49.
Where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. And if thy foot offend thee, cut it off. It is better for thee to enter halt into life than having 2 feet to be cast into hell, into the fire that never shall be quenched, where their worm dieth not, and the fire is not quenched. And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out. It is better for thee to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shai with 1 eye than having 2 eyes to be cast into hellfire.
These appendages that the Lord is telling you to take off, you can liken them to your lust or your things that you desire in the world. Your eyes cause you to desire things that you like. Your feet walk to those things that you desire, that you like. Your hands pick those things up. So cut those things off slowly so you won't be burned in this nuclear destruction that's coming.
Yeah, he's not telling you gauge your eye.
Yeah, no.
Fetty Wap.
He's speaking metaphorically.
Yep.
All right. To take off the things that's caused you to not walk with him.
Self-constraint.
Yep. Self-control. Walk as a woman should walk. Not to be out here giving yourself to different men every night. be. Oh, no, go ahead.
What I was gonna say, you don't want to let that, like your lust and your desires, have that as a stumbling block for you, so you can, for you to die in that nuclear fire. Because World War III is coming. Those missiles that the Germans and the Russians that they made, they didn't make those for no reason. You got guns out here that's being used. Those missiles are going to be used. It's only a matter of time before it hits America. So you want to get yourself right with the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and figuring out where you fit in the ministry and try to help out. Because there's sisters in the ministry that that make garments, that cook for brothers, throw up prayers and things of that nature, give alms or whatever the case may be. You want to kind of find your position and where you fit at, and help out
before the crazies come out. Hey, you got crazy people out here now when they can still get, when the police are out here, society's still up, there's still courts, there's still jail. You can still get put in prison and jail, brought before judges, charges, get caught on camera. Imagine when there ain't no electricity out here. And hey, people ain't got nothing to eat. Imagine the level of crazy people and the things that's going to be happening in this place.
They can't get their meds.
Yeah, the scriptures say, hey, these women are going to be trotted down like the mire of the street, man. Majority of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American women are going to die. They're not going to make it. They're not going to be saved on the side, man. A very, very, very small number of so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women are going to be saved, man. Very small number. Because the majority of our women are wicked as hell, man. Hey, the account of Solomon, man. Solomon made an account, and what? He couldn't find one righteous woman back then, man. Not one righteous woman. Majority of these women, they're one with this society, man. They want to be feminists. They want to do what they want. Hey, like you said, man, the majority of these women don't need a man. They feel like they don't need a man. Nor do they want a man. Nor do they want kids. Nor do they want to do things that a woman is supposed to do. And the so-called white man has set it up for you to do that. If we were in the ancient world, all right, you wouldn't want to be feminist. You wouldn't want to not have a man. Okay, if you had to go hunt for your own food, build your own house, make your own fire to stay warm, okay, do all these manly things, all right, you would be seeking a man at a very young age, man.
Just like, for instance, right? If anybody had ever went through anything, there no cops can't save you from everything. The times that we're living in, there's a lot of guys that have symptom progression for women. It's weird sexual desire and lust out here. They're just waiting for society to relax. So there's people with hands on a woman. You would ravish them and put them to death right afterwards. That's what we're saying. You want to humble yourself and really take heed to this thing, because that's the time that we're living in. The majority of mental cases are here in America. So you're going to take this thing real serious.
Yeah, see, the powers that be, they turned everything upside down. They put these women over there. Somebody get Jeremiah 31 and 22 off the show.
Yeah, because again, they're funding police now.
So robots who come out here and take over the streets.
Right.
They got Slocky brothers. There's Chinese police stations being set up in the United States. The UN troops are coming over here if they're already not over here. And then if you pay attention to war, they send an American troop off the soil. Got a country for you. Do you think that if let's say if you was an American soldier and you was told to attack your own people, would you attack your own people? That's exactly why they're gonna have the UN troops coming over here. That's exactly why they're gonna have these Chinese police stations over here to attack the American people. It's all coming. We telling you these things because the Lord has revealed these things to us, and it's all in the scriptures. Y'all gotta prepare yourselves, man. The Lord brought y'all over here for a reason, and you again for another time. Right. The Lord is telling you ass something.
Go ahead, brother. Jeremiah, I think it's 31 and 22.
Oh, and then in San Francisco, they just was like, yeah, they can have killer robots out there. And then what they doing in Chicago or Illinois in January 1st, the purge bullshit, man. It's about to get real out here.
Hey, another thing, cops can't save them.
They're gonna be trying to save the motherfucking self.
The cops are gonna be the ones doing the killing. That's what these people don't understand. These police, you gotta understand the powers that be that rule this world. All right, they've already been in the business of depopulating the earth. But they're gonna have a mass depopulation. Where they're gonna try to kill off the majority of all the people on the earth, man. And they're really gonna come after you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans going into Jacob's trouble, man. Going into Revelation 12 and 12, they know they have a short time, so they're going to kill the ones who they know are Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they know that you got next, man. They know that they're going into slavery under your hands. You know, they know that their kingdom is being taken up from under them, man. They're no longer going to be in power, you know. Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
That's right, because our women don't want to listen to the words of the Lord, man. You know, they don't want to follow the instructions in the Bible. They want to listen to what society says, what the world says. Man. You know, go ahead.
For the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, have created a new thing in the earth.
Yeah, this is a new thing. You know, go ahead.
A woman shall compass a man.
That's right. You know, by the way, this devil has turned everything upside down. Now the woman is over the man. The woman gets the best job. The woman is set up in that good condition, you know, where she can, you know, actually profit and you know, go further in life off the back of a man. What happens if she has kids, man? And she leaves. She decides she don't want the man anymore. She can go get child support. You know, if the man don't live in the house, she can get funding for housing, for living, food stamps, shelter. You know, all these things. And all these different things are set up for these women to profit on. I mean, look at those OnlyFans and all, like the brother was bringing up, man. You know, all these things, and that's not looked down upon on a high level in society. You would think, you know, society would be like, man, you know, talking bad about, you know, that sort of profession, man. But they're not, man. You know, these women have been put up on a pedestal, and we got to blame these men as well, too, man. Because they aided in that, man.
Simps. They look at Marilyn Monroe. They got rid of that bitch. She didn't, you know, she didn't go out nice. They promote these whores all on TV. And when you look at their fate, they don't end up. Look at Lil' Kim. She was hardcore. She all got her legs spread. Look at her. Do you want to look like her?
Yeah, right.
Nobody wants to look like her. Yeah. But that's the end result. Look at Trina.
Right.
She take it to the house. Then look at her. Veins all on her neck. She's old.
Right. See a woman.
Good porn stars. Yeah. None of them girls had good lives. They look bad right now. They all on depressants, anxiety pills. They bug the fuck up.
See, a woman is not supposed to have more than one man. A man can have as many women, you know, according to the scriptures, you know, going into the ancient world, as many as he can afford. You know, so a man can have more than one woman, but a woman is not supposed to have more than one man.
Your society tell you, he didn't do what, girl?
Wait, could you give me that scripture? Like, a man can have multiple.
Oh, I got you.
Sure, go ahead, bring that up. And in these times that we're coming into, hey, a man, hey, these women are gonna be flocking to the men of the Lord. Somebody get that. Somebody get somebody. Yeah. Somebody get that.
So like do you guys follow the moral law in the Old Testament, like the 600 all of this?
Yeah. All the laws, statutes, and all the laws.
Yeah, like reading about those things.
You know, so the laws and commandments and the instructions, it was written for us to go by it, you know, because certain laws that go in about the woman is for their protection. If you got a woman out here, you know, with her breasts all out, she gonna get raped, you know, and no one's gonna help that woman in the field, you know. So that's why they have certain laws, you know, from the rape thing and, you know, certain different things as far as.
So like shellfish, you guys don't eat shellfish or sideburns, piercings.
Well, we can have sideburns. You can't get edge up. You're supposed to have edge up, and you're supposed to have a beard.
You got piercings. It's actually a law. It's a scripture that told you.
Yeah, you can have piercings.
I got that precept for you. This is Exodus. This is within the law. 21 and 10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
Yep.
So if I take you as my woman, I'm supposed to make sure you have food, clothes, and the duty of marriage is sex. That's in the law.
Yep.
Look, I'm gonna read it in the NLT. It says, if a man who has a man who has married a slave wife takes another wife for himself, he must not neglect the rights of the first wife to food, clothing, and sexual intimacy.
You have to provide for you. Well, you just can't take a whole bunch of women and not take care of them. You know, somebody get Isaiah 4.
That's what they push now. As men, screw women. That's that player. But that's how they brought in that. What is that? That the insecurities of women. They show boomerang booty call, the most sexualized men that all had that player mentality.
How to be a player.
And women be like, he can do it, I can do it too.
But how is having multiple women committing to one female?
So you can look. So you can love. What I tell you about love, brother? What is love?
It's a commitment.
Okay, look. So you telling me I can't be committed to what I'm doing right here and committed to you right now? I love doing this, and I can't love you as well. I can't be committed to both because what wisdom is a woman, and you're a woman, right? So I can't be committed to both. It's the same thing.
A woman means a female servant. You're a servant to your man.
But that's true. But the whole thing is, you may not like the man with having two women. All right, it may not be beneficial in some cases in this society, but a man could love more than one woman.
Only reason you feel like that is because of society. You go into a lot of these other lands and other countries, man. They don't look at that the same way. It's because you've been conditioned over here. Oh my God, he's looking at another woman. Oh, nah, they don't look at that like that in some of these other nations, man. Some of these other lands, you know.
But isn't that adultery?
No, it's not adultery.
No.
Adultery is a man having sexual relations with a woman who is another man's wife. That's adultery.
Get that. Put that in love.
Or if you having a man go have sex with another man, that's adultery.
That's another reason why you want to be covered up, because you want to entice another man to sin.
Right.
Because if you are promised to another man and he's looking on you, knowing that you got a whole other man, he's committing adultery in his heart because he's lusting after you. That's why a woman is supposed to cover herself up.
That's right.
Well, your body belongs to that man.
Right.
You showing his goods. You showing. That's like, for instance, right? I buy a car for $100,000, and that car get a mind of itself and let another man drive, and then it's trying to sneak itself back in the parking lot. And I look at him, what the hell is that filth?
Yep.
You know? No, you can't do that.
Hey, somebody get Isaiah 4:1.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 4:1. It says, "In that day, 7 women."
Yeah, in these times that we're coming into, go ahead.
It says, "In that day, 7 women."
And it's more than just 7. And 7 represents completion. Go ahead.
Shall take the hold of one man.
Of one man. Read it again.
7 women
Uh-huh.
shall take hold of one man.
Of one man and what? Keep going.
Saying, "We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
Yep.
Only let us be called by thy name and take away our reproach."
That's right. And then somebody get the scripture that says a man shall be a hiding place. You know? And women are going to flock to the men of the Lord because everybody out here is going to be starving. You know, they're not going to have any food. They're going to be dying from famine. And the men of the Lord are going to be the ones being fed by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah.
Oh, yeah, another thing too.
I got it.
Another thing too. All women like a man that has women influence.
Right. And certain of these men, okay, are going to have spiritual powers, man. The Lord is going to give certain of his men spiritual powers to fight against the enemy, all right, to perform miracles, all right. You're going to see men of the Lord flying through the air, man, doing incredible things, man.
Do you believe that? You believe that?
What about you?
I asked, do you believe what he just said about men flying in the air?
Well, I believe they can do miracles, but
Yeah,
maybe it's
miracles.
beyond like a human
Yeah, okay.
capacity.
Well, people see
Yeah,
it
right
right
now, woman, she can push it. What she says, like
So I got you. Don't worry, I got you.
Go ahead, bro. You got it?
Come.
Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 32:2. It says, "And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a convert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land."
Hey, what do these so call them? The stormtroopers? Hey, when the stormtroopers come through, hey, man, you're going to need something. You're going to need a hiding place, you know, from all hell breaking loose, from these Gurga troops hitting the street, rounding all these people up and throwing them on concentration camp buses, man, taking them to a local slaughterhouse, a local concentration camp, man, you know. That's what's about. These are the times that we're coming into, man. And the powers that be show you this, a little glimpse of this in their movies, man. You know, the different series, the different movies, they show you society getting shut down and all hell breaking loose, man. You know.
I'm gonna read this on adultery. This is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 10. A man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall be put to death. It doesn't say nothing about another man having
You got it kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, come on.
it doesn't say anything about a man not
Samuel
having
5 and
sex
13.
If you want another
with
wife,
another woman that's single. It says a man that has sex with a woman that is married already. So if you're betrothed or married to somebody else and I try to have sex with you, and we have sex, me and you both just committed adultery. One because you're married to that man, and then I committed adultery because you're married to whomever. So that's adultery. It's not the other way around.
And I'm gonna add to it if I may.
Go ahead, buddy.
There's the book of Sirach 36 and 24, the role of a woman, even more. He that getteth a wife, begetteth a possession, meaning like once we gain a wife, y'all technically become our possession. You know, not in a perverted way, just like y'all supposed to really follow behind us. So, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, give it to you.
You know. And
Thank
2
you.
Samuel 5.
Thank you. We want to put our food up and do laundry.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
y'all
you.
have a good night.
all right.
Here goes something else on adultery. The word in Hebrew is napaf, and it says to commit adultery, usually a man always with wife of another. So that's what adultery is, man. When you sleep with another man's wife.
Yeah, and these women, that's how a woman are. They always, you know, they'll take the sweet, but they themselves to be good. You know? Oh, it sounds like okay, salvation, Israel, peace covering my head, you know, like sleeping around and acting like a good. Oh, hold up, more than one woman. Oh, now, you know, now they, hold up, more than one woman. Oh, you gotta go heat up my food now. Your food been cold. Get out here for an hour and 20 minutes. All of a sudden, they gotta go heat up their food, man. You know?
That's the same when I took the picture.
Yeah, you know, like, hey, these women, man, they're cool. And that's why a lot of these women flock to these other Israelite camps, man. You know, that push them. Oh, brother, you can only have one woman. You know, these Christianized Israelite camps that ain't pushing 100% truth, man. A lot of women are amongst them camps, man. You know? And these women, they can't accept, man. Hey, these women cannot accept a man having more than one woman, man. In the kingdom, we're going to have thousands upon thousands. Damn, there are millions of women, man.
So what is that? Alicia bring forth
A whole, kind. You know, to bring forth a whole nation, man. You know? Like, well, hey, man. It's how these women have been conditioned. One man, one woman, you know? Yeah, well, if you can have more than one woman, I want to have more than one man.
Hey, going back to what we said. Pillage and toil, bring it back to the woman.
Right. And
one goddamn woman.
Yeah, you saw what the one chick said. She said, I feel like, you know, that I don't need a man. That we're kind of equal. And that's why they feel that type of way, man. But there's a couple point in time where, hey, man, you know, you're going to find out real quick, all right? You're going to be searching for a man, you know, to protect you from getting killed by all the other men that are trying to put you to death, man.
I was gonna say she said that, but what kind of experience in the world did she have to know that she could with a man besides what somebody told her?
That's what I'm saying.
Didn't have to. Right. She was taught.
That's
She
what I'm saying.
don't have no
Somebody told her.
She don't have no
She don't have
experience.
no
in it.
experience
Yeah.
to know that.
She's like, I know I'm equal. I went up to this dude, I hit him, and he hit me back. And you know what? I got the same type of level of power. You know?
I knocked them out.
Yeah. You know? They just by the things that they're being told, going into hip hop, music, movies, all right, and the vibration that goes on in America, you know,
It's like Terrence
they
Howard.
think they're even, man.
It's like Terrence Howard said. He retired because everything they're making is they want to homosexualize men and then masculinize women.
Right.
They got G.I. Jane and all these women are kicking ass and shit. Man, yo, you Woman King and all. They got all these movies now. These women are just kicking ass.
Right.
Men. She kick it down doors.
Yeah.
Men hit her. She evade, flip them all this shit,
Yeah.
and they hit man grunting and shit.
Right.
You know, that's what they're pushing.
Yeah. You know, like, hey, you know,
Colombiana.
Oh my goodness.
dude,
I think so. Oh my goodness.
Colombiana.
What we had?
2 Samuel 5.
Get what happened? Ephesians.
Oh, I had that Colossians too.
Oh yeah, he brings both. Yep. Hey, modify. Hey, going into that modifying that members, man. You gotta be the whole road. Eat the whole road. You know. And again, women love men who get other women, and that's just society. You know, you ever dealt with a lot of women and dealt with women, a lot of women, you know, if you have more than one woman, they hate it. They say, oh my God, deep down inside they like this shit.
It goes into power. You know, you're attracted to power. You know, right now we're not in our power right now, man. You know, there's gonna come a time where the Lord's gonna give certain of His men power, and in the kingdom we're gonna be in rulership. You know.
Right now, take a picture. Let you have a social media, and every somewhat day, week, you got another chick. Man, that's going to help you get more chicks, man. That's just the way. That's just the way it is, man. You got it.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Yeah, the wiles of the tricks of what you call it. Brother, bring that word out for me. I think about the shop or wiles. You know, because again, like we were bringing out earlier, man. You know, this is for man and woman. That's what we're out here to tell our people. The things that we've been taught is not beneficial to us. It's all been lies. You know, deceit, heresy, philosophies. That what was the end goal? To break our society, break our nation, divide us. You know, to destroy the name of Yasharallah. Destroy that we are Israelites, you know, have us in so much war with each other that we are so engulfed in wickedness that we would never ever think about. We would never think that we are those Israelites, man. You know how many times Jake has looked in the Bible and read this book and never put two and two together until now through the Spirit. But why is that? Because all of the filth, the lies, and philosophies that Esau put on our people. We looked at the Bible, we thought that. That's why you had niggas like Nori and other Mecca niggas, Muslim niggas that were rapping. That's why they used to talk and go against the Bible because they thought it was a white man's book. Well, like the 90s, you had a lot of chicks, oh, it's a white man book, it's a white man book. Oh, that's our book. But the white man had you think like that. You got it. You got it. Yeah.
Definition for the word wiles, G3 180 methodia. It says cunning arts.
Method. That shit sound like method, like a method.
Yep. And you got to put that method on oil, set it up, and keep it going.
Nelly Fuller. That man, he a monster.
It says cunning arts.
Hey, you want to say what? Cunning arts. Go back with the image, his whole system. He makes his system look presentable. Makes it look nice. Oh my God, that bitch is bad. Oh my God, she got some big titties, nice ass. She got a nice skin tone. Dang, look what she got. She got, yo, mom, yo. Take her out on a date. You want to get in between them. And then after you get, you like, man, that shit burning. Now you lose your wits. And that's the whole American society. It make it, you know. People go to fucking New York, go to Manhattan. You've ever been there? You see people like, man, people that really like that's from New York. They sit the fuck away from Manhattan. They don't go out there. When you see people go out there, you see people just mesmerized, taking pictures. Because that's the whole American thing. It's just big buildings, Chicago, Cali, Florida, beaches. You know, Cleveland, whatever, you know. Oh, the big games, football. That's it. That's America. But once you get here, you become so bugged out, you don't realize you're being fucked. Taxes. You don't own a home. You work 16 hours a damn day. Your kids are being taken from you. You groom your kids right. When your kid talking about 16, it's gone. Your woman have mommy and daddy in the house. your little daughter got homies because her peers will talk to her too. Regardless of what, you listen to your father. Who cares about your father? Your father's trying to rule. Whoa, man. And that's your peers, you know? Everybody is seducing this place, man. You got it?
It says deceit,
Tough,
craft,
man.
and trickery.
A method. Look up the
Oh, that's what
definition
it
for
says.
method.
It says compare method. It says I'm gonna look up method. Let me just look it up. It says procedure,
What?
order.
What scripture said they sit there, they make forth what wicked decrees.
Ooh, here it is. It says a particular form of procedure for accomplishing or approaching something, especially a systematic or establishment.
Oh,
America.
hey, we'll end up saying white America. You know, you got it. Keep going. You have more.
No, that was it.
Yeah, man. That's. So we read that again in Ephesians. Method of madness. Method of madness. Destroy, deceit, wickedness, man. To blind you and mislead you to the gates of hell. Destruction. You got it. They going down, you gonna go down right with that devil. With the nukes. You got it.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh.
So put on this whole robe. Scripture. That's what scripture. Blessed is he that readeth. Blessed is he that got ears and eyes that can see. You know? Because what? You're not going to be tricked by this devil. Man, this nation that come here. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I saw it. Got it.
Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Be able to stand against, you know, not accept, not fall for, not, you know, hey, like we were going into earlier, discernment, being able to judge well, but ain't like, sauce, nah, digital, nah, that, nah. What body count doesn't matter, nah, you know. Come this way. It's free. You got it.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world.
Who's the ruler of the darkness world? Esau. He ruleth in darkness. Hey, one of his whole methods is secrecy. You know? Like, for instance, this nigga, this devil, he'll bring forth a whole bunch of laws from Virginia, but he won't tell nobody. You got to look it up. You'll be like, yo, cop will pull, hey, cop will pull you over, right? And they'll hit you with a new line. What are you talking about? How you hit me? Well, the law came into effect. It's February 1st, 2023. You're like, what? What are you talking about, man? You know? This nigga ruled in secrecy, man. In the dark. While these the Banker family, the Rothschild, Gettys, and all that, you don't know, you don't see these people. But that's what. But they're able to give you a face to put it in the media. Gates, Fauci, the presidents, niggas. You know, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. All these niggas on the media. They could put their focus on them while they conduct all this wickedness. The methods of madness. Yeah, you're going to destroy boys, men, masculinity. You're going to promote these women, let them be whores. You're going to break the society. You're going to usher in a whole new society for the people. And that's what you're seeing. Like I said, people talking about some, they trying to revolt, rebel against the system. Man, who else you going to? Who else you going to? You know? Got it.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Rulers of the darkness of this world. Yahweh Shah know who they are. You know? our job is to prophesy against this place and stand up for Yahweh Shem Shah and his word, you know, the truth. Not just doers, I mean, not just hearers, but doers as well. Standing upon our belief, you know,
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
spiritual wickedness, satanic rituals, you know, going into the back rooms. Fake ass leaders been set up, took a 501c3. These fake ass niggas that talk as if they're for our people, but they're not for our people. You know? You got it.
Wherefore take wherefore take
Go to
unto
verse
you
18. No. Read already verse 18.
verse 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole arm of Yahweh,
Yep.
that you may be able to withstand
Why?
all.
Because we know, we want to know that we are at war. When you go to war, you have to gird up, sword, armor, because the battle may get hot. Well, we know this is a hot battle. This is a long, drawn-out battle. You know, so you know this is not something you got to. This is not a play thing. It's not a play toy. This is not a game. It's not a joke. This is going to be a long, driven-out battle. So, and the battle might get hot. But what? It's all a mental thing. That's what it starts forth. The scripture says, I know I'm keen to go into battle. Yes, and what? Set up count the cost. You got to understand what enemy we're fighting. Yep, you got to control your emotions. That's how Esau ultimately controls us. Got it?
Wherefore take unto you
What comes down Satan?
the whole arm of God, I mean Yahweh,
Uh-huh.
that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand.
Got it?
Stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth,
Uh-huh.
and having on the breastplate of righteousness,
Yep.
and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
That's right.
Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
And that's the thing. You have to see yourself as already winning. As Yahweh Shah said, he conquered death. So we're going to be able to conquer death.
If I may add to that, right? If you read the gospel carefully, Yahweh always spoken in the future tense. He always spoke in the future tense. He was saying, hey, the Son of Man is going to die and be risen on the third day.
Yep.
Hey, in my Father's house there are many mansions. If it was not so, I wouldn't have told you this. So on and so forth. With him speaking in the future tense.
Even in Hebrews, it tells you if I would have given him rest.
Yeah.
Roughly paraphrasing. But I'm preparing a day for they can have rest.
Yeah.
Always future tense. And that's again, you got to come in that. You got to go in that battle. This battle, thinking, we got the. Basically, Yahweh said we got the victory.
We already got it. It's written. It's already written.
That's right.
Yeah.
We already know Esau's going down. We already know wickedness is not going to last forever. That's why the scripture said the wicked is but for a moment, man. You know, you got it, bro.
And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh.
That's how the Spirit be at that time. You got it, bro.
Verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit.
That's right.
Which is the word of Yahweh.
Yep. And that's how you get prepared for war. This is our sword, our armor, and everything. This truth. Why niggas die? Because they came unequipped. They came in the book of the Egyptian, the book of the dead. They came through another way. When they come through, they didn't have that rocky, that solid foundation, which the Yahweh Shah. They had a rocky, a sandy room, which fell. You know, we didn't have the truth. That was it. Yeah, get out, Colossians. Fuck the show. Then we go ahead and wrap it up.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, and I'll start at verse 5. It says, Mortify therefore your members. Mortify therefore your members.
That's right.
Which are upon the earth.
Here. We're at war. As a warrior, as a fighter, a man that's going for war, you can't be thinking about losses. You can't be thinking about what bad can happen. You know, you got to be thinking about victory. Not supposed to look back. It's all about custom, not looking back. Please don't look back. You know, when you're marching, you're trooping. You know, you're looking forward. You got to control this flesh. Because when you're out there in the war, if you allow your flesh to control you, that shit can bring you death. You know, you got it.
Hold on. The word for mortify is necro.
Mm-hmm.
It says to make dead, to put to death, slain, to deprive of power, to destroy the strength of.
So that can't lead you. This flesh can't lead you. Man. Because, for instance, right, if you were in the war, if you were in the war and you get proud of yourself or get overwhelmed of yourself, you can be like Simon. If I'm not taking the book of Matthew, he's trying to take a name for himself, even a name for himself. You got smashed by other people. Basically, you're going to be thinking beyond yourself. And that's going to cause you to your demise and your whole nation's demise. One fuck up could call, hey, what's like the scripture said, a little bit of 11 a whole long, man.
That's why the Lord told I was reading the book of Mark today. That's why the Lord told the disciples to beware the leaven of the Pharisees.
Yep. That's right.
Colossians 3:5, it says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection.
That's how this nigga rule us, man. For all these fleshly accusations, all these acts of flesh. Rap that. Come, like, yo, I watched an NBA Youngboy rap video. The nigga eyes is dead, man. Nigga looks dead. This nigga got tight fucking jeans, a little shirt on, smoking weed, and they got this nigga act as if he owns this mansion. Like, and that's what they promote. Dysfunction, stupidity. But you own this big mansion. He's sitting up. Man, come on, man. Who buys a Lamborghini and walks on it? That's stupidity. That's carelessness. You take care of the thing that you buy. But according to Esau and Jake, they just talking money. Talking to their money. Stupidity. Esau don't roll like that. But that's what they show. You know? Stupidity. Fools. Foolishness. Pride. Arrogancy. Here it is, in all reality, Jake ain't got not a goddamn thing. And the ones that's in those clubs, they don't even rule off by money. They don't even move with money. They're just given passes and ability to access certain things. They get cards that allows them to enter certain things. They don't even roll with money. Money's a joke to them, man. Meaning they don't have it. They don't hit. Here, we're gonna give you this such and such and such. They give you a card, and then they'll send you up through the email. Yeah, we want you to come to this room. We want you to come to this party. We want you to go to this event. BT Awards. We want you to do this. That's how they got money. That shit that they show all this rides and cash, sprinkling it. Oh, what Wayne had to ball all the money up and did all that. That's bullshit, man.
It says inordinate affection, evil concupiscence.
That's a strong desire. That's what Jake is into. They have a strong desire. They have a strong desire to love this place, be intermingled, and be intertwined with this place, man. You got it?
It says, and covetousness.
Especially the goddamn black woman. They started off with that bitch. You know? They started off with her, destroyed the men, and destroyed your children. And through her, all this, the Northern Kingdom come up in here, and they got a disdain for them, and it led them straight into, the oppressor's hand, man. That's another thing that what Esau does. They paint this image as if the other nations look at it like, damn, how, black, he made young boy got a mansion. What's that? The baby, he got a Lamborghini. He's spending $1 million on a wedding. He was slave. Oh my God, America's good. But that's all a goddamn lie, man. You got it.
It says, and covetousness, which is idolatry.
They said Gucci Man spent $1 million on his goddamn.
It says, verse 6, for which things sake the wrath of the Heavenly Father cometh on the children of disobedience.
It's not breaking up the story. Nuclear missile. Nuclear missiles. You know? Because here it is, we're out here every week. Brothers do lessons. Brothers do videos daily. You know, but Megan Thee Stallion, you got NBA Youngboy, the baby, Lil Baby. You look, you drill rap niggas, Chicago niggas, pop songs that niggas is doing, rock stars that niggas is becoming. Lil Uzi Vert. This thing get good. I just went back to look at what the Migos, Bad and Blues. This shit got 1 billion views. Man. This shit has 1 billion views. You know? Brother Doc. We get a short amount of views, and he sure cuts our channels, man. You know? You got it?
It says, in the which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. But now you also put off all these anger, wrath, malice.
Yeah, that's how they control Jake, man. All of this, man. They control your mother, they control your father, they control your family. Hey, a lot of families will never, ever, ever get back together because of the trauma and the dirt that's happened because of the society, what the society has erupted. Drugs, prison, you know, fathers being thrown in prison, fathers not being there, a lot of lies that the mother has hid underneath the rug, but would never come out. You know? All this hurt, pain, and trauma. Esau calls on our people for us people to reenact with each other that would never be fixed. You know? That's why the scripture says, you know, Yahweh brought healing to the sick.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Got it?
It says, but now you also put off all these anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth.
Yeah, and everything that our people comes out of their mouth is filthiness, man. Destruction, death, darkness, stupidity, foolishness, man. Things that it has no point of even coming forth out, you know, coming out of their mouths. Everything that they were regurgitated, taught, etc.
It says, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. Verse 10, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image.
Yeah, that's the old man. You know, us being in the world, filthy communication, you know, filthiness, covetousness, pride, arrogance, you know, wickedness, lust, you know, allowing the flesh to govern us. And now, you know, the new man, you know, that's how we walk through the spirit. You got it?
It says, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
It says, put on your new nature and be renewed as you learn to know your Creator and become like Him. We have to get to know the Lord so we can be like Him when He appears, man. All right, we can't just when the Lord comes, He's going to turn us to be like Him. But in order for us to get to that point, we have to know who He is. So starting off by knowing His name, know the Creator, know who we were to get back to who we supposed to be. That was good.
Before we had anything else?
What's up, bro? Where you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite?
Yeah.
Which camps do you watch?
On the GMS, right?
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
cool.
Okay.
I've already been through all the other ones, and I know they're saying some crazy stuff, so I don't agree with what they believe in my kids.
Right. Okay, that's good, man. It's the first time you've seen something?
Well, it's the first time I've actually, physically seen you guys out here, but I watch you guys all the time, Apostle R,
Okay.
I've actually been to visit my wife. I actually spoke with Apostle R. Public school once in Ashton, where I couldn't find camp.
Right. Okay, cool. Okay.
Do you live in the area of Richmond?
Lenexa.
Lenexa?
It's actually like West Point, close to Williamsburg.
Okay, yeah, that ain't too far.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, we're out here every Friday. We come out around like 4:30. You know, every
4:30.
Friday, 4:30 to
Yeah, because
couple
I
hours.
rushed at the house actually. But I saw the live went on. I was like, I gotta get up there. I gotta get up there.
Okay.
So,
That's
now I know where you guys be. Right here, this spot.
yeah, right here.
And also in Norfolk.
No.
Okay.
Is that closer to you?
No, actually.
Nah, Williamsburg.
Okay. Okay.
So 4:30 every Friday we be out here. It's good to see. Look, man, the Lord waking these people up.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, matter of fact, go back to Sirach 5. Go back to at least verse 7 or 8.
I got it. I was there too.
Okay. Yeah, the Lord is yo, Lord, hey, waking Jake out of that slumber. You know, the Lord is putting the spirit upon his elect. You know, Lord willing, we are those. You know,
This is Rock 5:3, and say not who shall control me for my works, for Yahweh Shem outside will surely avenge thy pride.
yeah, you're showing, and what you're seeing now, right in front of the people. You're seeing that the issues are being made to be liars. They've been for decades and centuries. They've been saying, "Well, we're the chosen. We're the real people." The actions don't show forth. It doesn't match up with the scriptures. But now you're seeing the actual true believers and worshipers of Yahweh Shem Shah in these last days. You know, standing up for something. You know, now you're seeing. That's why now everybody want to read their Bibles. Everybody want to say something. Everybody got something to say now. But again, you see a lot of people falling away. A lot of people just deteriorating. And we've always been out here, still going stronger. Hey, to be honest with you, this is a lot of. We're getting more fuel to add to this fire. You know.
I got one more question for you. How you know we was right here?
I didn't know. I was tracking it down, praying the whole time.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. You came as big as
Well,
this
actually,
is.
it's been bothering me because I've been running from it a lot. I keep seeing 144 everywhere.
Right.
Good, bro.
Right. So basically, you just out here searching for us.
I came out here when you went live. I was already blood. I know you came out here every week. I just
Right.
didn't know where.
So you saw the live stream. You just back. They saying Richmond looking for it.
Right. I was out here. Oh, it's scary.
We used to be over
Right.
there. We used to be over there.
But I mean, as big as Richmond is, you to actually look for somewhere on a street
The
corner.
Lord
and
led you
find
to the
it,
right spot.
bro. That's crazy. That's cool right there.
This guy, he's funny.
He did. Salak, he did the same thing I did because when I saw you, bro, I just said, like it just, and nothing else mattered, man. Nothing else mattered but this truth.
Can I add one thing? Can I just say one thing?
Go ahead,
I
bro.
was here for like 2 years ago to the synagogue. And I read where man should have his head covered. Praying.
Right.
And I stopped wearing that little
Yarmulke?
thing. Yeah, the little yarmulke.
That's not for us. That ain't.
Yeah. And then like dude and like one of the deacons or something, he was like, "Yeah, you can borrow mine. You can use mine." And like the little service, I just pulled it off and they were like, "Give me this thing."
But you do it with the scriptures say. They don't do it with the
feel right.
scriptures say. Yeah.
They go to the Tanakh.
Yeah.
They don't, they don't even believe that. You open up that book of the Talmud, you might just throw it in the water. It's not wickedness in there, you know.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Like the scripture says, a man's goings are of the Lord. Man. You know, for you to be able to find us in a time span that you found us in, you know, and this place you can't find. Yeah, this place you can't. You be in Richmond looking all goddamn day for it. Never find it.
We ready to wrap up.
You know?
Yeah, I heard that. So what can I do? Whatever I do, like
Just
Come on,
Come on out here.
Come out.
Come out here. You know.
I don't have fringes yet.
Well, yeah. You know, don't worry about that right now. That all comes, you know, in due time.
Do you have a name, a Hebrew name?
It's all good. It's all good.
Ask so we get things he does.
Come out here, listen, learn. You know, take notes.
Elder Mo.
Okay, that's good.
Scott.
Yeah.
Something I used to hear my last name, Scott. He actually showed me that means like
Black. It goes back to black.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Going back to Scotland.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we're out here every Friday around 4:30. You know, we start camp.
It took you about 30 minutes to get here. Well, into Richmond.
Because of the traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-4 fucked up right now. 6-4 is messed up. Real fucked up right now. I just text me that. But yeah, I played, GMS Virginia. You know, bi-weekly we got videos up, and like I said, every Friday, 4:30, 4 o'clock, we start here. You know? you know where we at now. You know?
Right there, you
I
see the
feel
street
like I
name.
need to do something, but like I still get along.
Yeah, for sure.
Come out here every Friday, bro.
That's the reason why I'm here. We're out here to teach our people.
This is a great thing, actually, man. This is great. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. Another brother, man.
And like the scripture says, when as a man is lost, has a lot of sheep, and he lost that one and finally got one.
Yeah.
How precious that is.
Yeah, that's exciting.
What's about to happen?
Don't be scared, man. You don't really be scared. The Lord brought you into the right place, man.
Yeah.
What he said?
He said he was a little scared.
Oh, yeah.
Because hearing what's going on.
I
Yeah,
know there's a lot of stuff I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, but we can't do everything, man. And then you got to remember that the Lord is in control of everything that we do.
It's a slow process. You got to start off with the milk first. You know,
I
slowly
think
learn.
he's talking about this in regards to doing what we can do or trying to.
Oh, okay. But still, still, you know, you just need to be learning right now. Focus on learning. You know, take notes. You know, watch videos. You know, pray. You know, and keep coming out. You know, and the Lord will allow you to grow, man.
How do you organize your notes like that? Your precepts.
Well, there's many different ways you do that.
Yeah.
That's a whole
You'll
nother.
learn.
That's a whole nother.
So,
That's a whole nother discussion.
next time if you come early before camp, I'll sit down. I'll tell you what should.
Okay, so you're starting at 4.
Like 4:30. We start at like 4:30.
Okay.
Between 4:30 and 4:45.
Gotcha. So I'll be before that.
Yeah. So just kind of be here like 4:15.
Gotcha. All right, Friday.
You got it, man. But it's
Don't rush.
Yeah, don't rush.
Don't rush.
Yeah, and a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, and as being in time, you know, the more you listen and learn, you know, it'll come to you. You know, it's not like when we first came into this truth, we thought about, well, how am I gonna remember this, or how am I gonna do that, or where do I need to, you know, mark this and mark. Nah, man, the Lord will reveal all that to you. And different brothers have different ways that benefit and help them in this truth for precepts. You know, for remembering. You know, other brothers have different gifts. Some brothers are good at just remembering precepts. Other brothers write precepts down and organize, you know, different ways where they can bring precepts out, you know, in a timely manner, quickly, you know. And also you have these different apps that also can help you and benefit you. You have these, you have the Blue Letter, you know, which you can go into the Blue Letter, which the brother will show you all that, you know, in due time. Which you can go into the, you know, the notes sections, the diagrams, how to, you know, categorize things, you know, and also using Google and the search engines off of these different apps as well to quickly find precepts, you know. So there's many different ways to do. That's why I didn't really want to give you the definitive answer, because, you know, it's kind of not
We'll be
one
here
right.
all night.
Yeah, there's not really one right answer for that question. No, not at all. No, not at all. No, you gotta learn. You gotta learn before you can go out and teach. Right. That's a form of teaching. You need to learn. You know, at least get the basics down. You know, and continue to grow before you start doing that. Because you know, how long have you been watching videos? Years, 1, 2, 3.
About 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I keep hearing these videos where, you know, the apostles are saying, you know, that we just use this for entertainment.
Right.
That's what got me up off my ass one day. I was watching the Apostle Tahar talking about, you need to get your ass out there and teach. I wouldn't grab me a tripod outside the same day.
Yeah, and you gotta be you gotta be on, you know, a certain level to go out. A certain level. You're not saying you gotta know everything. But you gotta be on a certain level to go out and teach. You know?
And then just teach what you know. That's it too. You know, make sure you know. Because you may have people that come up and ask you questions, or may send somebody, you know, try you with what you think you know. But when you're confident, you'll know.
I get tried all the time. I'm sure we all do.
Remember, the Lord let you in for a reason.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? Come out here, learn, build yourself up. Like I said, matter of fact, continue with this around.
I had a quick precept.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 9 and verse 37. It says, "Then said unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few." Verse 38, "Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest."
Yeah, so the Lord is making it up. You know? So again, don't be so hasty. Don't be so quick. Understand and listen, you know, to certain things happen for a certain amount of reasons. Don't be hasty in the spirit. You got to do something on your own. I said, the Lord led you for a reason. Just come out here, don't be so in a rush. The Spirit, anybody can tell you, it's a slow process, don't in a rush.
You know,
This is Rock 5 and 4. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm has happened to me.
That's good. And see, as you said, oh, she, that was the right thing. It's like you got came over here. So you had that, you stopped playing. Against the Lord, did this for a reason. Because everybody that had that account, that filled, I left the whole country. They came back. They came here. So, y'all have had that feeling. I gotta be serious. Y'all have felt that. But this is serious. Yeah, this is more. See, everything else was played to it. Like, joke. Christianity is a joke. Do what you want. Play around. Muslim, Islam, Papa Sunnah, Knowledge of the Gods, all that. Joke. Play around. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. This is a series right now. Prophecy is being fulfilled. Right?
It says, for Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai's long suffering, he will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Because, like the scripture says, he will acquit us for our iniquity, but the 2/3 will not be acquitted for iniquity. So you want to be able to, Lord, wash thy sins away, instead of on the other side, the 2/3. Again, but it's really bad for the 2/3 of Israel. And they're going to think about it, we warning them, but that blind side, how they going to get caught blindsided? Hey, you already know how it is, man. You got it.
It says, verse 6, and say not his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins.
He's long suffering now. He'll understand. He'll understand. He knows what it's. Nah, he did the right thing.
For mercy and wrath come from him, and his
mercy and wrath. Again, you're in the right spirit. Stop listening to the question. You're already in the right path. Right direction. Take heed, be serious. Got it?
And his indignation resteth upon sinners. Make no tarrying to turn unto Yahweh Shema Shai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the most.
Got convicted in the spirit. This was solid folks. And it's real. Now you no excuses no more. So you've been watching GMS. There's no more excuses. You know we got. We got some 2 camps.
Three. Yeah. One in northern.
Oh, man, I forgot about it. Yeah. So there is no excuse. No, that's up to you.
And for suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
That's, we won't go ahead and wrap it up, but, that's beautiful because you actually came in at the right time.
Yep. The Lord is always on time. Remember that.
That's right.
Hey, we get 2 more scriptures just to answer your question. Somebody get Isaiah 28:9, and somebody hold Hebrews 5 and 12.
this is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 9. It says, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Right, now grab
This is Hebrews 5 and 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, and are become such as have need of milk and not strong meat.
That's right. You got to start from the milk. You got to start from the basics first. Go ahead.
For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe.
That's right. Go ahead.
Sister, remember what Yahushua said. He put up that young child and said you got to be as a child.
Right.
So you got to understand. You're learning a whole new thing now. approach you with this wickedness from your mom's teaching, your dad, or whomever. You understand that? Think that you become being born again. That's the whole meaning of baptism. Being born again. It's like you're a whole new fresh child that you came out of your mom's womb. And now you're just learning. You're learning from us. You're learning from the righteous leaders. To the baby, when he's born, he just observes. Just looks.
Go ahead.
Nah, come. But strong meat belongs to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
That's right. So repetitiveness. It's how you become more skillful as well. You'll be able to go. You'll remember precepts. You'll remember scriptures, man. It'll almost be like what is it like to say? Second nature. Yeah, second nature.
Like
Something that you like. Well, now what's something that you like? In your life that you're, a skill or something that you are fluent in.
Like
or a sport, or cooking. Okay, like things pertaining to cooking. Somebody else might not know a lot about it, but you could come off the top of your head from recipes. Certain dishes. What I need for this, what different meats I need, different additives, how long to cook, how the time, the boiling of the water, this and that, right off the top of your head. You know what I'm saying? Without not even really thinking about it. And same thing with these scriptures, man. You abounding in this truth and being involved in this work, in this ministry, constantly watching videos, constantly studying, constantly listening. You know what I'm saying? Reading. It's gonna come, but it's not gonna come overnight.
Yeah, you ever heard of a talking baby?
Cool. Right.
Nah. What's that damn movie where Look Who's Talking Now?
Right.
With that damn kid with John
Yeah. And going to a talking baby, a baby always started out with one word. They didn't learn 2 words at a time, 4 words at a time. The baby never said mama and dada at the same time. Oh my gosh, she said mama and dada. She learned 2 words. No, she started off with one, is it mom, dada, whatever. Then she learned the next word. And then she learned the next word. And continued on and on and on until, she the child learned to start talking, right?
And even that becomes after like a 1 year old, 1.5.
Right.
So it just shows you it's time.
Right.
You have to observe.
Yeah. And as you are in this truth longer and longer, it comes more quickly. You start learning more quickly, so to speak.
Give me that with a king, man shall count the cost. You gotta understand that it's
Luke 14.
You gotta know exactly.
Luke 14.
You also gotta know what you're getting yourself into. We are at war with the so-called white men, which are the biblical Edomites, man. This is the long drawn battle. So there's gonna be a lot of non-flays, fogness, your mind, demons on you.
I think like Luke 14, 27.
28.
So you really gotta consider. You got it.
There's a Luke 14 and 28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first, and counteth the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it.
Somebody get Sirach 2 and 1.
This is Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right.
Verse 2, set thy heart aright.
Yep.
It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
That's right. Constantly enduring.
And make not haste in the time of trouble.
That's right. If you ain't willing to die for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, this wisdom and knowledge, it ain't for you. If you ain't willing to die for this truth, man, and for standing on that firm ground, and not wavering, and not consenting to this devil, then this ain't for you, man.
That means that last part, make not haste.
Don't be. Go ahead.
Well, look up the word hate. Look up the word hate.
You said the haste.
So don't be quick. Don't be speedy to do something. Like you were saying, you got to learn this and come out here and, take the time like the brothers have been saying.
Even when you have adversity, don't be so quick to take matters upon your own hands. That's why you have brothers as well, body. That's why you go to brothers. You ask questions. You don't take upon you. Again, when adversity comes, you don't just go back in the world. This is too hard. I wasn't expecting this. I thought everything would be sweet. Damn, my woman had left me. I lost my job. People don't like me no more. You know what? I'm out.
And the scriptures say a friend is born
Yeah.
for love, but a brother is born for adversity.
Yep.
So when you have hard times, you use that brother, right, to fall on the lean on. That's what the brotherhood is for. That's what the body is for. Like,
Yeah, it's easy to be wicked. You know, that's easy. You ain't gotta try to do that. Go ahead.
It says haste in the etymology. It says hurrying, haste, swiftness, speed, need for quick action,
Yep.
urgency. It says unwise.
The majority of our people are gonna go take the electronic device when these hard times come, times of trouble. You know, when the so-called white man presents it to them, hey, they're gonna quickly, you know, take that MARK. You know, go ahead.
It says unwise or unseemly quickness.
Yep.
So going into that, let's say for an example, you put into a situation where you got to choose between Yahweh Shem Shah or this damn devil. Someone who always indulging in their flesh, they're gonna make a quick action by serving the devil, and then they're gonna forsake Yahweh Shem Shah because they're gonna be put into a position where they may lose their children.
Yeah.
So for that, you got to be willing to give up everything for the Lord,
Right.
because we know at the end He's gonna give it all to us back in the kingdom.
Right. Same way the people when Nebuchadnezzar said, "Bow down to the that image."
you checking the thing, bro?
Yeah, when Nebuchadnezzar said, "Bow down to the image," the majority of the people were quick to know. Are we gonna die? Yo, they got the quickest. Hey, yo, they were already faces on the ground. You know, they said, "You said death, die? Oh,
Lose my goods.
quick." That's how Esau's coming, man. He said, "Hey, if you don't take this, we're gonna put you to death. As a matter of fact, before that, we're gonna take you to a concentration camp, and then we're gonna kill you." Majority of our people gonna say, "Man, I gotta take it. I'm doing it. I ain't trying to die. I got my kids, my wife. My
Good
life.
job.
That's what they're gonna think about, man." Right. You gotta forsake everything, man. What did the disciples say, man? They said that we have forsaken all. Man. We have left wives, kids, homes, jobs, all that. For the ministry, for the work, man. And Yahweh Shah said, "What you will receive? What was it, 100-fold in the kingdom?" So you gotta put off everything, man. Scripture say, "Hey, what is it? Somebody get it where it says, those who have loved wives, yeah, Khan, get that for me, Baba Shah."
Okay, good. Can I finish it?
Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach 2 and verse 2. It says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in the time of trouble." Verse 3, this is the point. "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end."
That's right, man. It says, "Cleave unto the Lord," man.
This is Matthew 19 and 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, "Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?" And Yahweh said unto him, "Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And every one that hath forsaken houses, or brothers, or sisters, or brethren, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life."
Yep, that's right. It's a spiritual. It's a mindset. We're not saying go quit your job, sell your house. Do all this, become just sit in the corner somewhere. We're saying it's a mindset, man. That's no longer going to be priorities in your life. Like the scripture says, "Come out of her, my people. Come out of the ways of this world." That spiritual mindset that the majority of our people are in.
We're not telling you to stand in the corner. It's the wall. It's stated.
You can't serve the Lord like that.
Right.
Just got a quick precept as well. Luke 14 to 26. "If any man come to me and hate not his father,"
That's the one I was looking for.
"and his mother,
That's what I was
and
looking for.
and wife, and children, and brethren, and sisters, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple."
That's right. You gotta hate your own life, man. You gotta. What's that, bro?
So not hate your life and the individual in your life to take it away.
Right.
But when it comes to choosing between the Lord and your family and the lifestyle that you have now, you need to forsake all that for the Lord, like the disciples did. They was out there fishing with their father and whatnot, Then the Lord called them and said they
Make
came.
you
There was
fishers of men.
yep, and then there was one that was a tax collector. He stopped collecting taxes. They
Yep.
forsook their life that much. They hated their life for the glorification or for the ministry, like the brother was saying.
Like for instance, right? Now, if you got a decent job, now we're not telling you to do it. Not by far. Now you don't have to really move by your actual job. For instance, you have a mother, right? She might be a stone cold Christian that goes to church every Sunday. She might try to bring your ass into church. More so now that she know you into this. Boy, you need to get right. I see the devil on you. You be like, huh? But you got to be like, you know what? My mom never going to change. So I got the mom not going. You know what I mean? But you'll learn how to deal with her. Your father, he might be a diehard military, the mustache, no beard. Y'all know what type of man I'm talking about. Man. Mustache, no beard. Diehard military man. Son, I want you off them goddamn feet, boy. The military sergeant like your daddy, boy. You gotta be like, Pops.
But in the same breath, you got, because the scripture said to honor thy mother and thy father, respect them. But you got to put that respect more towards the Lord, because at the end of the day, your mother and your dad ain't going to save you. The Lord's going to save you. That's in that instance, what he's talking about, that's where you hate your father and your mother and your wife and your son and your daughter in your life more than, you know, the shit that you got going on. But if you put that before, you put the Lord before all that.
Yeah, we're not telling you to be like Timmy. Fuck you, mom. Fuck you, dad. I ain't telling you to be that. Learn how to deal. Learn how to deal with your parents, deal with your family accordingly. Again, your family ain't gonna teach them nothing. You're not gonna teach them at all. They're gonna look at you. They're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna disdain you. No. Learn from experience. No. Just deal with them accordingly. And if they try to offer you pork, or crab, whatever, you be like, your mom good. I'm not eating that. But maybe you used to eat it.
You ate it yesterday.
That's what your favorite dish.
You
know what? I don't want it no more. I found it messing with my stomach.
Hey, going into hating your life, you should hate your life on a certain type of level. You not got to get up and go to work every day? Aren't you not plagued by all these things that the so-called white man is pushing upon you? Are you not under the curses? Are you not being oppressed? Your women, look at you a certain way. You look down amongst all the nations. You got to deal with chemtrails, GMO foods. Bring it out.
It's Ecclesiastes 1:14. I have seen all works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
Keep going. So, it's all vanity, man. Jobs, these little things we do in the world, it's all vanity, man. Go ahead, bro.
If I can say something real quick, you got to even have a mindset to be like, yo, I'm working for pretty much nothing. America going to be destroyed.
You're working. That's what I'm saying. It's all vanity. Everything you're working for is eventually going to go up in flames.
Is that what you were just reading? What? It's something with Ecclesiastes, everything is vain, all
Yeah, he's still, Go ahead,
That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I communed with my own heart, saying, lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yeah, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge.
I think that's
second chapter.
Yeah. I think you know what I'm looking for. The water. I'm looking for. Hold on.
Time to hate.
Now I'm looking for all my goods should be left to another man. Yeah. Second chapter of Ecclesiastes. Yeah, Ecclesiastes chapter 2.
I don't know what verse.
Oh, now
I just know it's in the second chapter.
Yeah, it's
Maybe 14.
might be.
Let me see.
Ecclesiastes 2 and 26. I think it's 2. I think it's 2 and 26.
You can't find it. I'll look at my other sword.
I didn't word it right, so that's why I didn't popping up exact. I'll find it out. It's like this.
Oh, for the Heavenly Father, give it to a man that is good in the sight of his wisdom and knowledge and joy. But the sinner he gives travailing.
No, that ain't it. Oh.
17.
So fucking goddamn these apps you can't even find.
I think I got it. It's 17 up.
Try to read what is that?
Therefore I hated life because
Yeah,
the
that's
work.
it. Yeah, that's it.
Therefore I hated life because the work.
No, he got it.
2 and 17.
Because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me.
Yep, keep going.
For all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
Keep going.
Yeah, I hated all my labor, which I had taken under the sun.
Yep.
Because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me.
That's right. You know, so hey, you should hate all this labor that you're doing concerning the labor in the world, not this work, not doing things for Yahweh Shem Yahshua in ministry, but all these having a job, you know, all these things you have to do in society. You know, we're being we're paying for natural resources. You know, all the paying taxes, all these things you have to do. You know, basically to seem even quote unquote relevant. You know, in this society, man. You know, it's all vexation, man.
Yeah,
you know, we actually hate, you know, working these jobs, man. You know, we hate being in America under, you know, this devil, man, and being oppressed, man. We're constantly crying unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua to get up out of this place, man. We want to be in the kingdom, man. Because if we're not in our rest right now, man, we're not going to receive rest until we get into the kingdom, man. You know, so that's what we're looking forward to, man. You know, so we do hate this place, man, and you should hate this place, man. You should hate poverty. You know, you should hate oppression. The scripture says what? The Lord said we're above all these other people, man. We're above all these nations, man. You know, the scriptures say the world was created for our sakes. You know, go ahead, bro.
Verse 19, and who knoweth whether he shall be a wise man or a fool?
Right.
Yet shall he rule over all my labor, wherein I have labored.
Yeah. You acquired all this money, you acquired all these things. Here it is, you die, and you pass it on to one of your kids, and he's a whole nigga, man. He's wicked as hell. He goes out and spends all your money. He gambles all your money away. He goes spends it on spends $1 million. You know, Jake goes spends $1 million on a mansion, $3 million on a Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? And then just blows the rest. And now, and 2 years later, he's broke. So everything you worked for 20, 25, 30 years for a so-called legacy, you know, went up in smoke in a year and a half, 2 years.
Another thing too, especially in Virginia, right, with the personal property tax, you can make a house, get a house created off the ground.
Yeah.
After you pass away, you don't know what's gonna happen to that house. You know, blood, sweat, and tears. You done paid what, $300, $400, $500. You done paid this off now. Now you done left it. After you pass away, they still want them taxes afterwards. They may kick your people ain't got it, kick them out. Some old ratchet Edomite with a freak show house, whatever. Get what you created. That's the vexation of things.
The scripture say riches make wings and fly away. We're paraphrasing, man. You know. Go ahead, bro.
Continuing on, and wherein I have showed myself wise under the sun, this is also vanity.
That's right. You know? So all this is vanity. What really only matters is what you've done for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, that's what's gonna matter, man. All right. In the kingdom, we're not gonna be looking at you. Oh man, you had that $1 million business, man. I remember you. A lot of, you know. Yo, that guy over there, he was a billionaire. You know. It ain't gonna matter, man. What's gonna matter is what? The ones who put their life in the line for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the ones that are out here doing the work, you know, in season and out of season, constantly prophesying, constantly blowing that trumpet, man, warning the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Lord willing, we can endure and make it to the end, and Lord willing, we're part of the elect. You know, we hope and pray that we're part of the elect, and we can get beamed up onto those ships, the so-called UFOs and so-called UAPs, and get the hell up out of here and witness the destruction of this place, man. We want to witness America being set on fire, being turned into that lake of fire through the windows of the chariots, man.
The scripture said that how the Lord cherished for you to see the fall of thy enemy.
Yeah.
Roughly paraphrasing.
Right.
You know, it's a glory for a man to support of his enemy. You know? Yeah. And then like the scriptures also said with Yahweh Shah, he said it was basically saying, blessed is your mother that birthed you. He was like, nah.
Yeah, what the people were saying.
Yeah.
The paps of the mother.
Yeah.
And he said, bless her
Right.
that do the will of the
Yeah.
Father.
That's right.
The woman is God's spirit. You know, that was happening back then too. You know, it ain't nothing new under the sun, man. You know.
You guys seen any chariots?
Oh, all the time, bro.
Yeah.
We just saw, I think we just saw.
Nah, that wasn't a chariot. It was a falling star.
I mean, it could have been a chariot,
It could have been,
you know.
yeah.
Like, cause Esau always pushed that narrative of falling stars, this and that. He says it happens quickly. I don't know about all that. You know, I'm not saying falling stars don't happen, but the majority of the time it's chariots. Yeah, but you gotta check out the top. You know, so yeah, we see chariots all the time, especially at camp. You know, brothers see them at camp all the time.
It's a lot.
You know, and that's how salvation is coming. You know, to the elect, man. You know, and the Lord, you know, the large multitude as well, man. You know, by the way the chariots, man. You know, there could be one giant chariot, you know, that beams, you know, the elect up out of this place, man. You know, and we hope and pray we're part of that elect number, man. You know, and that's the curse that goes out into the whole earth, man. You know, and these elites know that, man. You know, they know that those are the angels, man. You know, and they know that there's going to come a point in time where they're actually going to go try to fight Yahushua, who the world really calls Jesus Christ, and the angels, man. You know. Go ahead, bro. We can close out on so we can pull out a scripture to wrap up on.
I had a quick one.
All right. Unless you got some on.
This is 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15. It says, "Love not the world,
Yep.
neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world,
Yep.
the love of the Father is
It's
not,
not
in
in
him."
him. That's right. Now get James 1 and 15. You know, you can't love this world, man. You know, everything in this world is going to be destroyed, man. You know, none of that. These things that people put all their energy into, all these things that these people, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans put their energy into, you know, is you know, it's not gonna matter, man. You know, the Lord don't care about your 401k, you know, about your job, you know, about your car, your house, all that. That doesn't matter, man. You know,
imagine that, like no one ever living here ever again. Like,
Oh, it's gonna be on
Right,
fire,
right.
man.
Great,
Isaiah
yeah.
34th chapter.
like
Yeah.
never, ever.
Yeah.
After that.
it's the place is gonna be a wilderness, man. You know, what's the scripture? Yahushua said there won't be one stone left upon another. And that's twofold. You know, it's also talking about America, man. This place is gonna be obliterated by the nuclear missiles, man. You know, because this place is wicked, man. You know, Lord, Lord said what? Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This place is gonna be at Sodom and Gomorrah, man. You know, and Sodom and Gomorrah was an example of to what happens to.
Jude 1 and 9 or 10,
Yeah.
6.
You know, and these so-called Christians, you know, read the account of Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh my, it was a story for wickedness. And then here it is, they're living in America and see what's going on, and they'll say in the same breath that America ain't gonna be destroyed. Crazy, you know?
They only knew. Like people just walking by, they
Right.
weren't paying attention.
Right.
That's good for them. Be less people that's gonna get on the chariot. There's more room for you, brother.
God,
That's real talk,
yeah,
man.
that's what I mean. Like, you know, it ain't up to us to wake them up. It's up to the Lord, man. We can talk to our we're blue in the face. Don't mean they're gonna get it and understand it. You know,
They're
so
marked for death.
There's millions of people that pass by the apostles, us,
Yeah.
other brothers in different states.
yeah,
They didn't already met their maker, man.
right,
Spiritually, they didn't already met their maker, man. Physically,
Yeah.
they're gonna come. They were really gonna meet him.
right. You know, hey, the Israelites walk by all day long. They don't stop and listen. Here it is. You've never been up here before, but you know. And that's what I'm saying. If you're really seeking after the Lord, seeking after wisdom and knowledge, the Lord's gonna make a way for you to, you know, find it, man. You know, Lord, you out here, you've been listening. You're like, man, I need to find a camp. I need to do this. I need to do that. Just like you said, you talked to Apostle Tahar, and he told you there's a camp in Virginia. You know, and how long were you looking for us? You know, as to come out here? How long was it?
See, at that point, I was in Brazil. I was trying to find.
Okay, I'm saying after he told you. You know,
I just got back 2 months ago.
quick. So I'm saying quick. You know, like, all right, I'm gonna find out where these brothers at. Boom. I see them on live stream. Let me go try to find them. The Lord made it. How long were you looking for?
Today. After I,
No, today.
Was like when the live stream came on.
So I'm saying, how long ago until you left your house looking for us until you found us?
Yeah, it could have been even more than maybe like 40 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, 40 minutes. You know, Richmond's a big place,
It is.
you know, and the Lord allowed you to come find us before that, because we was about to close out.
I mean, I got looking at other videos. I saw you at the other
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Recognize other places
Right.
in the center.
Right, okay.
I
You
mean,
know?
you gotta
Right.
use, you know.
And that's the
common sense.
spirit, you know, that's the spirit. Because we was about to close out, you know, and then
That
and
was
then
a
you
whole hour
popped up.
ago.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, so, and that's the spirit, man, and that's beautiful, man. You know? And like the scripture says, a man's goings are of the Lord, man. The Lord controls everything, man. You know? And that's beautiful that the Lord, you know, allows you to come out here, man.
This is James chapter 1 and verse 14. It says, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Verse 15. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin.
Yep.
And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
That's right. Sin before death. People called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that refuse to repent and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability and come back to your true power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, guess what? Read it again, bro.
It says, James 1 and 15. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin.
Yep.
And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
That's right. Sin bringeth forth death. The majority of our people are going to die, man. The majority of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are not gonna make it, and rightfully so, man. That's all right. And we hope and pray that, hey, well, we can endure until the end, man. The Lord can keep the spirit on us, man. You know. Cone. They are the real Coneheads, just like the movies. You know. That's funny how they made the Coneheads white. You know. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how they made the Coneheads Edomites, man. You know. You know. Hey, well, Lord willing, you were edified. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem HaKadosh, which is the true, holy, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. You know, the name of the Heavenly Father being Yahweh, and the name of His Son being Yahweh Shai. You know, we want to give double honors to the head apostle, and that is a great millstone and rule well. Peace and blessings to all you sincere Akim that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth. You know, week in and week out, and constantly enduring, man. Constantly crying to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Till the next time, Shalom. Shalom.
Let's stay
Shalom. Shalom.
That's how you say it.